Hi! Thank you for the raid trap. Timing funny. Timing funny. Yeah. Welcome back to Ace Attorney Investigations 2. We're starting the second case today, I do believe. Timing funny. I'm a little PNG again. I feel silly doing the how I introduce myself on breaks and at the end of streams right at the beginning, so I'm gonna not do that. And I'm gonna start the game because timing is a funny thing. But thank you for the raid, Trev. Also, I'm trying to get my little PNG to, the problem is the, my PNG animates when it registers that my, like Discord is registering that I'm speaking, like the mic sensitivity on Discord is what controls my, PNG. But OBS has like better microphone settings than I have on Discord, so my PNG is like not as active as I want it to be. I think I set it to a good sensitivity this week. Worst case scenario, I can just play with my mic settings on OBS, but like, funny. Anyway, yeah, they're doing fucking Miles Edgeworth Boba without me. I've never been angrier in my life. My PNG doesn't wanna show my anger. I can't believe they're doing a Boba collaboration, and it's one that like there's the closest one to me is a full state away. There's like a 5-hour drive or something. It's probably longer than 5 hours. I would literally have to drive like diagonally across the state. And the like K drink looks so good. It looks so good. It's on Ace Attorney's socials. I'm not pulling it up because I'm so lazy. Wait, where is this happening? It's in like mostly SoCal and Nevada, I think. Hold on. I can't, like, that question kind of answers itself. Where is this video game collaboration with the boba shop happening? SoCal. Hold on. Let me check what the place is called. Because it's not one that I've heard of because there's like none of them here. Ace Attorney game. Capcom, are you proud of me? I'm doing my job as the creator by promoting your boba event that I can't go to! I'm so mad. I'm so mad. Okay, it's at Sunright Tea Studio, which I think is literally only on the West Coast. I'm so mad. I also wish I knew what the flavors were. They're not listed. I'm sure you can find out if you have a Sunright Tea Studio near you. I'm so mad. Man. Anyway, to get over the sadness of not having a Sunright Tea Studio near me where I can get fucking Miles Edgeworth bubble tea. I'm gonna play the Miles Edgeworth game. So mad. Ooh. New items unlocked in the wait, what's the new items that we unlocked? What did we get? Is it all the cinematics that we got? It's always SoCal. It's always SoCal. And, like, I get it on the grounds of, like, that is where the communities in question flourish, usually. Like, video game stuff and, like, anime and, like... There's one in San Jose? Okay. I'm so mad because usually these places, like, these collaborations, because I'm in Chicago... because I'm in Chicago... sometimes there will be like one location in Chicago and like 24 in just Los Angeles for some reason. But there's none in the closest one is in Missouri. I'm so mad. Again, I don't know what the flavors are either. Also though, like when these events are in SoCal, like if it's in a bigger city, you can kind of make a day out of it. Like, if you have other shit to do in San Jose, I don't know. Like, if you can plan a day around it, then it's not that much of a waste. But also, like, why are they all only over there? I'm so mad. Okay, what did I get? Turnabout trigger for completing. Wait, there's so many that I didn't get. Oh, they're for the first game. I have to make a whole weekend out of this, literally. Can my PNG like move, please? It was doing so good the first time I did it, I thought. I don't know. I need somebody who like knows microphones better to. I might just redo my mic settings to fix it. Okay, objection for presenting the correct evidence. Checkmate. I assume these are all completion. Successfully checkmating an opponent in Mind Chess without using story mode. For playing the game with HD characters. This is so cute. Everything looks new. Okay. Audio balancing is an everlasting battle with your microphone and computer. Yeah. It's because the settings that I have, actually I'm like peaking right now, but I don't know enough about my microphone, and also it's a USB mic. It's not, I don't have an interface. So all of the things that I am editing, like not editing, all the things that I'm controlling my microphone balance with are firmware. Discord specifically, like, has it out for my ass. But character compendium. Oh, that's really funny. I haven't unlocked all of these. Jijin Wang. Oh wait, that's so fun. That's so fun. You can switch between them. Happy, Shelly the Killer, Winston Payne, Bodyguard, Officer, Forensics, Kagami. Okay. Kay got strawberry jasmine tea with grass jelly, and Edgeworth got an oolong milk tea. Those are both flavors I like. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. Yeah, it's also the thing of like boba shops do better on the West Coast because large. Hey, what? Hey, what's that guy's name? It's Kagami. I think his name is Kanaiza. But yeah, boba shops do better on the West Coast. There's a larger Asian American population there, and that is like the community that makes boba shops run. However, we also have a lot of boba shops here. Can we please? I am an Asian American. I want the boba shops here. Actually, speaking of, wait, a cutscene's gonna play. Give me a second. Let the cutscene play and then I can complain about Asian American food. Oh, I am excited for this case. More boba, please. Oh god, blood! In my Ace Attorney game? More likely than you'd think. Man, it has just not been this guy's week. Blood.png? I don't remember a good chunk of this case. It was his last week. God, the animation is so smooth on these. It's so smooth. They went so hard, why? Okay, I'm going back to my complaining about fucking... My poor PNG. My poor PNG. She's so sleepy today. Anyway, complaining about Asian American food. One of my, like, local Korean restaurants got replaced with a more mainstream, like, Korean barbecue chain, and I'm mad. It is what this game deserves, like, genuinely. I was up on a call with a friend of the channel, Max, who was in here sometimes. I was up on a call with him talking about how, like, they didn't have to give us all of this with this game. Like, they could have just, like, localized it and I would have been happy. But they really went all out for this. Still no sign of them, huh? Yeah. Look at him! Oh my god. Wait, I was like, can I just for a moment, I just want to zoom in on Gumshoe. Sorry, he's taking up my background. I just want to show you guys. I just want to look at him. I just want to look at him. Oh, I love him. Okay. He's so cute! How long do they intend to keep us waiting?
Now, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm sure the guard will bring him in any second now. Unless he's, like, dead or something.
The killing of Bastian Rook. It's been 2 days since the incident at the park, and today we're paying a visit to the detention center. Our aim, of course, is to interview Bronco Knight, who has been charged with the murder. It is such a, like, weekend, I guess, now that it's Friday, of video game brain rots, because fucking Pirate Yakuza got announced today. The Somnium Files, anniversary was, like, a day or two ago, and I am, like, now finishing up Nirvana Initiative.
I'm watching Kate and Ren play it.
So I'm going insane about Somnium Files right now. TwitchCon is also this weekend. TwitchCon is this weekend, and I keep getting tagged in, like, TwitchCon stuff, like, through Capcom, because I know Capcom's doing a lot of, stuff for, like, they released a lot this year, honestly. So, like, Capcom's doing a lot of stuff, and then, like, I'm sort of watching more, like, streamer friends and some, like, indie VTubers who are going. So, like, everybody's talking about TwitchCon right now, and I'm like, I'm not there. I'm not in the West Coast. I think, isn't it? I don't even know where TwitchCon is. Is it San Diego? I think it is. Anyway, lots of video game brain rot. Oh god, I don't know if I read that. It's taking so long, you'd think the man had gone and died or something. His trial is due to start tomorrow, and I am to be the prosecutor behind the bench. I can't go this year because I'm broke. RIP. Mood, though. What's taking so long? You there, what's going on? I don't know, sir. I didn't get to finish my text box. Oh, we've got a situation. It's Knight. He's been killed. Oh my god, I dropped my phone in shock. What? Killed? In the detention center?
Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, what are you waiting for?
Right. Guard, take us to the scene of the crime at once. Yes, sir. Yeah. I want to go to more gaming-focused cons, because, like, I am mostly at anime cons, and the games that I like are mostly anime. Combo Breaker is on my list, though, even though I'm not, like, a huge fighting games person. Because, like, it is in my area, I might as well go. And I have some, like, international mutuals, even, who will travel to Combo Breaker. It is the week after ASEN most of the time, and so I was thinking of going, like, one day this year, and I was exhausted, so I didn't go. So it didn't happen in the holding cells, but surely that was where he was being held. What's the holdup? The crime scene's this way. Look at that run cycle. Where are you taking us? Doesn't this door lead to... the prison proper, yes.
You mean those other cells aren't part of the prison?
Not exactly, no. Those are the detention centers holding cells. That's where defendants are kept while they're awaiting trial. The area beyond this door serves a rather different purpose. Yeah, it's where the people who are convicted serve out their time. I suppose you could say it's the last place a great thief should ever want to be. I've unlocked it, sir. Please follow me. Oh, we get to see all the puns. My god, he's dead. That's Knight, all right. But he's dead. How could this have happened? How did he wind up inside the prison proper? Why is my poor little PNG stuck? What's going on? Hello? What is it? How odd. Oh, you know what? Maybe that'll help. Nope, I'm stuck. Hey, it's a week after my birthday.
This is horrible. How did Mr. Knight get himself murdered?
Maybe I can... Hold on. Maybe that will help. Maybe this will make my PNG be unstuck. No! Hold on. Alright, gotta mess with my thingy. Hello? Okay. That looks slightly better. Hopefully it works. I can hardly believe it myself, but there can be no doubting the evidence of our own eyes.
And what's he doing here? I thought he was being held in the detention center, no?
He was. He must have been. His trial hadn't even begun yet. Does it only work when I have it on? How odd. Okay, I'm gonna shove my Discord over to the side here and see if that helps. The law states that until convicted, suspects are to be kept in cells separate from the main prison. Only those who have been found guilty are sent to the prison proper. There's no way Knight should have been in here. Maybe he wandered his way over? The detention center and the prison are separated not only by 2 heavy doors, but also a lengthy corridor. That would have been a long way to wander, especially for a detainee. Trying to get like a hold on my Edgeworth accent as like it's the Prosecutor transatlantic thing. But I'm so used to being British on stream. Because I am British more often on stream than I'm American. So I'm trying really, really hard not to go too British. I suppose we'd better take a closer look at Knight's body. We'll need to examine the scene of the crime carefully if we want to get to the bottom of this. Because in my head, right, I really could do an essay on, like, the way people voice Edgeworth and the way people tend to make him British when there's no evidence that he is British anywhere in any of the games. In fact, like in the localization, he was born and raised in LA until he was 9 and then moved to Germany. I gotta look at the fucking body or some shit, but I like to think he's one of those international school kids and he picked up the, like, the accent from there. And so it just, like, comes out a little transatlantic, but if you get him, like, really mad or something, he'll, like, start slipping into the LA. I think he and Franziska both have, like, a kind of a, like, fake accent almost. Bronco Knight, killed the day before his court date. We'd better take a closer look. What? The body is partially covered by a dirt-stained tarp.
And there's a rope on top of it.
Was Knight tied up with the rope somehow? We should take a look under the sheet as well.
Ugh, look at all that red stuff.
Yes, I'd say that's blood.
We should keep looking around. There's bound to be more secrets to uncover. I'm sure of it.
Actually, does this? Yes, it does. There's something on his finger.
Let's take a closer look, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a ring, and an expensive-looking one at that.
Don't even think about it, Kay.
What? I didn't say anything.
I love her. A rubber glove.
Yep, just the one, though.
I should examine it in more detail. Let's look at the glove. Whoa, there's blood on the other side. The fingers are covered in blood on this side. I think we can safely assume that this glove was dropped sometime after Knight's body had been spilled? After his blood had been spilled, that makes even more sense.
We can? How come?
Because it had been on the floor when the pool of blood was forming. Then the blood... Wait, I didn't read that right. Because if it had been on the floor when the pool of blood was forming, then the blood would have flowed around it, but not underneath it.
Oh, meaning there'd only be a band of blood around the edges of the fingers and not all over the backside.
Assuming the glove was discarded after the blood had pooled around the body.
Maybe our murderer ditched it after they died. Maybe the murderer ditched it after they did the deed.
It's certainly a possibility. At the very least. Whoever it was that... Oh my god, I can't read. Whoever it was that dropped it must have seen the body. You there. Oh!
Upside down text box.
Yes, sir? Have you seen that glove before? Yes, sir. The prisoners wear them for work. Strange, though. Cosmo Asogi moment. Prisoners issued with those gloves are under strict orders to keep them in their cells. They aren't allowed to take them out without permission, and we always check. It also looks like my actual physical stream is like running better than it was the past few weeks. I don't know what was up. Like I didn't even have the dialogue like properly loading on my end for Tyrion Cuthbert. I suppose that would explain why there aren't any other gloves in the workshop.
Rubber glove, jotted down.
I remember this, like, the body having a lot of shit to look at. But I don't remember, like, a lot of this case, honestly.
His neck brace is soaked with the blood from the hole in his neck.
I would assume that's the cause of death, and that it was probably instantaneous. You know, instantaneous death from a stab wound. That usual thing that happens. That thing that the human body likes to do. Die instantly from a stab wound. He wouldn't have even had the chance to cry out for help. Oh, unless we're going with the idea that it was a bullet, but no. There's a small cut on his scalp, too. Was he struck with something? Maybe he fell and hit his head after he was stabbed in the throat. No, yeah, he was stabbed. What the fuck? Who dies from who dies instantly from a stab wound anywhere? Like, even if it's like a really vital artery, you have to bleed out first. Like, you don't get killed by the stab. It's possible, but it's too early to say with any certainty. Kay, you have your camera with you, correct? Could you lend it to the detective so he can photograph the body?
Sure thing. All yours, Gummy.
Thanks. All right, here we go.
Yippee.
Clothes sure are a mess, though, huh? Indeed. They appear to be covered in dirt. Guess he's like me when it comes to laundry. It would be a grave error to think that anybody else could be quite like you, Detective. Don't be mean to him. Okay, what are we missing? Didn't? No. I know the chessboard we're gonna have to click on, but I think that's the last thing. Yes.
Huh? Is that...
Oh, I seen one of those in your office, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm sure you have, Detective. It's a pocket chess set. The victims, I'd imagine.
Makes sense. He loved chess after all.
Yeah, it would have been a good way to pass the time. Oh no, that wasn't the last thing. What else is there? What else is there? Unless we have brain cells already. I don't think we do. No, we only have one brain cell. Mary, look at that. Yeah. What the hell? What was the last thing that we needed to do on here? Doesn't help that I forgot to charge my mouse for the billionth time. Oh, we didn't look at all the, every part of the glove yet. I don't know why we went back. There's mud all over it.
Maybe the prisoners are making mud pies? Wish I could have joined them. I love making mud pies.
Not anywhere near my crime scene, you're not. Edgar's mom moments. Okay. Anything on the inside? No. This. Inmate use only. I guess that means...
That it must be one of the prisoners who was using it, right?
Yes, you would certainly imagine so. Nobody's ever heard of stealing anything. Got everything on this glove? I think it is. Yep. Anywhere else? Nope, that's it. Okay. Let's look at the trust set. If I've learned anything from the Grade A's attorneys, you gotta look at everything.
Come on, come on, come on! Hurry up and open that clasp!
This is a murder investigation. You sound like a child on Christmas morning.
Oh, please!
Oh, wait.
Oh, please. Even your heart must skip a beat when you're about to open a mysterious box.
Not all of us think like you, Kay. Thankfully. He's such a bitch.
These are chess pieces, right? I've seen the ones that you have in your office. So how come these are black and white?
Most chess pieces are. The ones in my office are custom made.
As in, they're unique? And probably valuable? I like the sound of that.
She's got that glint in her eye. Better not be planning a robbery. Anything else? Nope. That appears to be it. Yep, okay. Let's look at the rope. We can't look at the rope. Does this mean the victim was tied up? Is this just a picture? Yeah. Okay. What the hell else is there for us to look at? I might autoplay it just for that. I don't know what else. Like, I've gone over the whole thing, I swear. Yeah, I'm gonna autoplay it, and if it goes out of the... We already did that. We already did that, what? Wholly instantaneous, you wouldn't even have the chance to cry out for help. There's a small cut on his scalp. Yeah, we already did this. Possible, his clothes are a mess. They appear to be covered in dirt. Guess he's like me when it comes to laundry. Nobody's quite like you. Hello? Autoplay? Anything else? What in the world? Huh. I guess? I guess the autoplay isn't fucking working. What the hell? I'm gonna have to open up the guide. I don't believe there's any more to be found here. Okay, that was weird. Thank you, investigations. God, I love these sprites. I know there was like mixed feedback on the sprites, but I really like these. What can we look at? What is this?
What's all the weird equipment?
I'm not sure, but I don't see anything particularly suspicious here.
Smells weird though. Kind of musky, like wet fur.
I didn't know you had such a keen nose.
Oh, it's nothing special really. Except when it comes to sniffing out treasure.
Remind me to seal all my valuables away in airtight containers.
No way, Mr. Edgeworth. I'd never steal any of your stuff.
But you would happily steal someone else's? Not sure that's entirely reassuring. Also, you totally would steal his stuff. Sorry, Kay.
It's a sink.
It doesn't seem to contain any useful clues.
Nope. No whiff of treasure either.
You do know we're not actually looking for treasure, right? Sorry, Kay. I just remembered who's in this case. Oh, I'm so excited.
Time to inspect every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
Indeed. This area is too big to take in all at once. Fortunately, I can use to look further up or down. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. I don't know if we will get to those characters until later, but I'm very excited to get to them. Looks like a pulley of some kind.
Maybe the prisoners use it for work?
I suppose so, yes.
Okay, so I know you're gonna say no, but...
Absolutely not, Kay. You are not permitted to swing on that rope.
Ah, I knew it.
Ugh, I should have known you were being serious.
Alright, let's look at the bars. Weird having something like this in a prison, huh? A cage inside a cage?
Technically, Kay, a prison isn't made up of cages, but cells.
What's the difference? No offense, Mr. Edgeworth, but you gotta look at the basic nature of things more.
Step-ladder debate. Yes, and the basic nature of an investigation is the pursuit of accurate facts and information. I don't remember Edward's stance on the step-ladder debate. Okay, let's look down. These tarps are rather colorful.
They kind of stand out in a room like this, don't they?
They certainly don't look like they belong in a prison.
Look, there's a whip on top of them. You know who that reminds me of, right? Hey, maybe it's actually hers. Maybe she left it here?
Not a chance. She and her whip are attached at the wrist. Trust me.
I miss her. Franziska. Rope.
There was a rope near Knight's body, too.
Speaking of which, wanna see my super stealthy
Rope escape trick? Thanks, but I'll let you know when I'm in need of saving. He seems genuinely disappointed.
Genuinely.
Words. Okay, I think that's the end of it. I am very used to it, like, kicking you out when you've looked at everything, and now I'm realizing that doesn't happen in investigations. Oh no. Okay, I think that's everything there. I'll talk to Gumshoe in a second. This part of the floor is covered with dirt. You know what that means, sir? Footprints. Too many footprints, unfortunately. We'll need a specialist to identify them. Guess we just gotta wait till forensics gets here. Yes, and in the meantime, if you could refrain from treading all over it. Wouldn't want to slip up and get the old jacket dirty, huh? Good point, Mr. Edgeworth. Thanks. My concern was for the footprints, not your jacket, detective. I love that he has a snide comment about everything. He's so annoying. I love him. Anything out of the ordinary to report, officer? Yes, sir. There is this one thing. Go on. There's a body in the workshop, sir.
He's right! That's definitely out of the ordinary.
If anything else occurs to you, you know where to find me. These seem to be lists of prisoner reservations for this workshop.
What are all these numbers, Mr. Edgeworth?
Prisoner numbers, I'd imagine.
I'd hate to be given a number like that.
Oh, look at her. Look at her little face. Well, I'm doing another zoom in. I want to look at her. Eh. Zoom. Eh. Don't peer behind the curtain. Don't worry about it. Zoom. Enhance. Look at her. Look at her little face. Eh. I rather agree. People are meant to have names.
I'd much rather be called the Great Thief, or the Second Yatagarasu.
Alright, no name for you then, I guess. Yes, sir? I just wanted to talk to you, detective. Arrested for murder on the afternoon of the 25th and killed on the morning of the 27th. Talk about instant karma. Never would have thought our perp would turn into a victim himself, though. Yes. I don't like this at all. You don't think it was that ice cream guy, do you, sir? Knight had seen his face, right? Maybe you couldn't afford to let him live. Shelley the killer, you mean? No. If this were his doing, he would surely have left a calling card. And besides, Knight isn't the only one who knows what he looks like. We do too. Oh, yeah. I guess we're still alive, so... Still, this is a high-security facility. I just don't understand how it was even possible. This too is Persona 5. Guess it makes sense having the detention center and the prison in the same building. Means they can share the visitor's room. Indeed. It's an unusual design, but it's certainly convenient for anyone visiting. Yeah, but then why have two different areas in the first place? For the two different classes of detainees, of course. Those pre-trial and post-trial. The two facilities may be housed in the same building in this case. They're actually quite different. Well, all I know is that they're both cramped and dark. And don't let you leave when you want. Perhaps spending a night in each would help clarify the differences between them. No, I'm good, thanks. No.
Can I present anything to Gumshoe? Can I present this?
That thing's pretty small. You don't lose it all the time? The sacred symbol of my office? No, detective, I do not. Guess it's a good thing I'm no prosecutor, oh. I had a lot now, I already said this dialogue last week. That's quite a talent. Okay, what else is there to do? Do you have anything to talk to you about, Kay?
So this is what the inside of a prison looks like. Good to know, good to know.
Someone's highly motivated to learn today.
You're just not on top of your game, Mr. Edgeworth. This stuff's important. Gotta be prepared for when the time comes.
Which will never come for me, I must say. Still, I won't discourage you from finding out more. I need to gather a little more information myself. And then use my powers of logic to piece it together. Well, good thing the next thing I was going to do was open up the logic. Okay, Bloody Tarp, pile of tarps. Duh. Wow, it's almost like this tarp came from the pile of tarps. These tarps have a pretty distinctive design. In fact...
It's the same design as the bloody tarp around Mr. Knight's body.
Yes, you took the words right out of my mouth.
That'll teach you to be so careless, Mr. Edgeworth. You need to keep your treasures close when there's a great thief around.
I thought you were on sabbatical. Oh, I hear them. Not a bad bit of evidence gathering.
Ha! Nothing can stop us when we're on the hunt together, right, Gummy?
You betcha. We're unstoppable. Regular Three Musketeers. I love you, Gumshoe. Let's not get carried away, Detective. There's one thing we still haven't found. Huh? What do you mean, sir? What's missing from this crime scene? The fucking murder weapon's gone. I see no sign of a murder weapon anywhere. You're right. I didn't even think about that. Come now, Detective. These are basic investigative principles we're talking about here. Yeah, yes. Sorry, sir. Apologize!
Don't worry, Gummy. It hadn't crossed my mind either.
A fact that hardly puts my mind at ease, Kay. Items that could prove even potentially lethal are strictly controlled within a prison. After all, we wouldn't want the inmates getting their hands on them, would we? Which means acquiring a murder weapon would be hard enough, let alone leaving the scene with one.
Oh yeah, nice thinking, Mr. Edgeworth.
What was the murder weapon? And where has it gone? The answers to these questions may be the keys to figuring out what happened here. I don't remember who this is. Not who I think it is it? I don't know. Huh. Didn't know the guy had a whole entourage. Hey! Hi! Oh my god, what voice do I give you? What voice do I give you? Let me plug in my laptop, but like... Oh, I don't remember what I watched the trailer, I don't remember what he sounds like. He's kind of annoying, I might need to give him kind of an annoying voice, honestly. We'll go with something kind of normal for now. Excuse-moi, but this is the scene of the crime, right? You're... Wait a second, are you? No way. Those piercing eyes, that furrowed brow. Mr. Fender, it has been far too long. I know, right? Even after all this time, I'd know that deep bow anywhere. And then neckwear, Oh my god, I love what they went with for his speech pattern. Oh my god, what's wrong with him? Manfred von Karma, the man, the legend. Gotta say, I didn't expect to see you here. Ow. Hold it! What are you talking about, pal? This is Mr. Edgeworth, not that old geezer. Detective, please. Oof. Edgeworth? Wow, guess that explains the fresh face. Can't blame the guy for mixing you two up, though. You're the spitting image of the old devil in his day. I see you haven't changed. God, that's mean. That was evil. Yeesh. How many years has it been? Man, good question. But who's counting, eh? Been away traveling so long I lost track. You know how it is. But you know what I do to remember? You know what I do remember? You betraying everything you were supposed to stand for. Good lord.
Whoa, where did that come from? And who are you anyway?
This is Eddie Fender. He's a defense attorney. Enchanté, as they say. Fender's the name and defending's the game. I'm a bit of an ace attorney. Oh, this man's gonna kill me. Detective Dick Gumshoe.
And I'm Care Faraday. Great thief. I'm on sabbatical at the moment, though.
Great thief. Wow, that's so romantic. I need to butcher the French as much as I can. Très chic, if you will.
Right? It's nice to finally meet someone who gets it. I'm looking to expand the franchise, actually. I even made signing up super simple.
Sounds awesome. I'd love to come hang out with you guys if you'll have me.
Sorry, I should have also mentioned that it's girls only. And they have to be super fun and super cool and...
Hey, I totally get it. No hard feelings, yeah? Come on, bring it in.
You've got to be kidding.
My bad, my bad. I'm just so used to how they do things elsewhere, you know? And why are you here, Mr. Fender? Okay. I'm liking Bring It In way better than, like, the How's My Hug sort of way to go about it. Whoops, almost forgot this is your scene. Keeping the defense out is strategy number 1 in the Von Karma playbook, after all, isn't it? Hey, quit it with all the Von Karma stuff, pal. What gives?
Hold it!
Detective, calm yourself. His attitude is, unfortunately, understandable. It is? I take it you are Mr. Knight's attorney? Guilty as charged, Your Honor. Well, I was supposed to be, anyway. So he was planning to represent Knight. If his client hadn't been murdered. He and I would have faced off against each other in court. And it would have fucked as, like, a plot concept. I'd better see what he has to say for himself. I like him. I like him. I like his bits. So the victim asked you to represent him. Oh, I should have presented my prosecutor's badge. Sure did. We were supposed to have a little chat today. As was I. But a guard showed up instead and told us that his body had been found. I'm as bummed about it as you. Even brought him some weenies to cheer him up. What? Mr. Fender, you know you can't bring food into the prison. Ah, yeah. Well, it's here now. Want some? Little vice I picked up on my travels. Some more-ish. No, thank you. Fine, you do you. What are you doing here, anyhow? Don't tell me you wanted to hear Knight's side. Von Karma was always more of a convict the defendant at all costs guy. He didn't teach you that? That was a long time ago. If you say so. Sure you don't want any weenies? No! Thank you! Oh my god! Have you met with your— Fuck, I forgot to present my prosecutor's badge again. Have you met with your client previously? Yes, indeed, Your Honor. Just yesterday, in fact. The Bronxster called me the minute he was arrested. Sounded really freaked out, man. Oh yeah, mentioned your little performance, too. According to him, you really made a nuisance of yourself. And not a kind word was spoken, I'm sure. Well, sticks and stones and all that. Boy, did he not like you. Trash talked to you something fierce. Can't say I didn't join in the fun, though. Fun? How dare you, Mr. Fender? Lighten up, kid. I'm kind of a fixture in the visitor's room here. I don't think I ever had that much of a gas.
Oh, so you come here a lot.
Hey, don't go getting the wrong idea, little sis. I'm never on the wrong side of the bars. Just happen to know someone who is. The visitor's room is usually where I'm at, but this isn't exactly my first time in the clink either. In which case, I'd better ask him what he knows about this room. I'm going to present my prosecutor's badge this time, I'm not gonna forget. Huh? For me? Shouldn't have. Oh, this might just be, like, default dialogue, actually. Hey, hello, OBS. OBS, please. OBS, please. OBS, please. No. Why are you loading so slowly? There we go. Christ. Hey, there we go. Oh no! That was an accident! I accidentally banned Nightbot. What the fuck happened? How do I undo that? Hello? Oh dear. Technical difficulties. How do I unban you? Why? Why? I would like to unban Nightbot, please. What the fuck? What the hell? God damn it. Okay, you know what? I'll figure it out later. Ah! What is my chat doing? What the fuck happened? Well, I'm gonna go fix that. Give me a second. I don't know what happened to my chat. It fully banned both the one person who was in here, who was a person that I know personally, and Nightbot that I used to manage my chat. Because I chose to, I don't know, click on my chat window. Cool. We love it. Thank you, OBS. Good lord. What the fuck, man? Hopefully that... Christ. Actually, let me, like, double check the Nightbot actually is working after that. What the fuck is... spoiler policy. Oh, no. What the fuck? Christ. I can't. I Thanos snapped you. I don't know what happened. Yeah, both. Trav, both you and Nightbot got banned. Lord. And I don't know if Nightbot is back. I don't think Nightbot is back. Straight from jail, just like Miles Edgeworth. What the hell, man? Okay, I'm just gonna not click on my chat and hope and hope that it's like fine from here on out. Good lord. Absolutely nerve-wracking for no reason. Glad that you're back though. Oh god. I know how streaming works, guys. It's great. It's fine. Also, like, for the record, what I ended up doing, like, what I did to do that is I have my chat window open in OBS instead of, like, my normal. Usually I use, like, Twitch's pop-out chat. Maybe I just switched to pop-out chat and that'll fix it. But I, like, clicked on, like, the top of the chat tab to move it to the side and banned 2 people somehow. So we're doing great. Anyway, Prosecutor's match. Not Nightbot 2. Yeah, and Nightbot's like not back. Oh, you know what it might be? I might have to redo all of my commands because I banned. Okay, Christ. Hold on. Kofi's here though. You can support me via Ko-fi. Maybe. Come on. No. Nightbot's dead. I'll fix him before tomorrow, I promise. Rip Nightbot. It's fine. I always wanted to rock one of these. Pawn my lapel. Thanks, you're a star. Yeah, you got banned for being broke. Oh, Christ. I never said I was giving it to you. I'm just yanking your chain. Already got a badge of my own, see? You don't wear your attorney's badge. Once in a blue moon. Goes nicely with my winter coat, as it happens. Guys gotta dress to impress. You know what I mean? Wow, this is just like Roblox. Impress who, exactly? Alright. Back to normal dialogue now that my Twitch is somewhat fixed. Tell me, what do you know about the scene of the crime? Huh? Oh, this room. Why do you keep speaking French? No, dude. What do you know about it? I'll give you 3 choices. Recreation room? Not a morgue and it's not a classroom. Is it a recreation room? Rip Nightbot. Yeah, I don't know if I genuinely have to go through and redo my custom commands or something. Tragedy. Whoa, I don't even want to know how you spend your spare time, Edgeworth. But I guess there's plenty here you could play with if you used your imagination. Probs. Now let's see what the answer key has to say, shall we? Oh no, you got it wrong. This is actually a workshop. That wasn't one of the options, you bitch. So all the options he gave me were wrong. How infantile. Just like the Roblox. The cons come here to perform various duties. They can learn new skills too. Bank some qualifications for when they're back on the street. I see. And how is access to this room controlled? This too is Yakuza. Actually, I'm gonna click on my OBS window again. It better not ban half of the chat. Christ. Okay. Yeah, looks like the rest of stream is running normal. Christ. Who has the key? Chill out, Edgeworth. I don't have all the answers. I know it's so, like, I don't know their internal communication for this, but, when they localize Ace Attorney games, usually, last names stay last names and given names stay given names. So I'm sure that, like, I could look it up. I'm sure that, Eddie here calls Edgeworth Mitsurugi in the original as well. But it's just, like, interesting that he calls him that when he knew Gregory. My man over there probably does, though. Right, compadre? Yes, sir. The workshops aren't locked with physical keys. Their doors are fitted with sensors instead. What kind of sensors? Inmates are issued with special bracelets, sir. When they walk through the workshop door, the sensor checks their bracelet. This too is 999, probably. And if they're not supposed to be there, ding-a-ling-a-ling, an alarm sounds. If they let it ring for too long, then bzz, they get a real shock, if you know what I mean. That's not normal. And if they try to break or remove the bracelet, bzz, a shock 3 times worse than that. That's not normal.
What? That's brutal.
I guess they need to ensure that the inmates follow the rules, but that sounds a bit excessive. If they wish to pass through a door like this one, prisoners need to be accompanied by a guard. We disable the sensor for them and let them in. You get all that? Have any prisoners used this workshop today? No, sir. No one's been in here for days. I'd know if they had. So no prisoners have entered, let alone used this workshop today. Which means that there's a contradiction in this crime scene. Namely, there's something here that shouldn't be. The body? I'll take another quick look over the crime scene and employ my powers of deduction to solve this mystery. Seek a way out! Oh no, wait. Wrong button. Oh wait. Yeah, actually, I do want to talk to you about that.
Guess it makes sense that the security's pretty tight in a prison. Breaking out of here wouldn't be easy, that's for sure.
Which is why it's better to focus on staying out in the first place.
So the sensors on the doors detect the prisoner's bracelets, right?
You're seriously pouring every last ounce of mental energy into this.
Well, don't just stand there, Mr. Edgeworth. Help me think, will you?
Right. Wait, why am I wasting my mental energy on this? Let's look at the crime. I don't have any brain cells, do I? No. Okay, let's look at the crime scene again. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Let's look at the everything again. What? What are we supposed to be looking at? Oh, deduce. Could this be related to the evidence somehow? Oh, wait, no. Sorry. It should be that, right? Nope. Fuck. don't entirely like the deduce function. I'm gonna be real. Something present that shouldn't be here. See, because in my head I'm like, the entire body should not be here.
Eureka!
Yeah, like... What the fuck? Okay, hold on. Let me actually... Something that should not be here. Again, the body should not be here. Fitted to the detects and reacts to the prisoner's bracelet by raising the alarm. Building layout. I don't remember what it is. I don't know what it is. It's like, is the autoplay gonna be mean again? Autoplay is gonna be mean again. It doesn't work. I don't remember what it is, and also my brain is stuck on the entire body. Should not be here. Okay, because the glove shouldn't be here because it's not the glove shouldn't be here because of the thing, is it? I'm gonna do this one and then I'm gonna look up a fucking guide.
Eureka!
Nope, that was right. Okay. Prisoners aren't able to come and go from this workshop as they please, because the bit is that the gloves are for prisoners only. The gloves have dirt all over them, so clearly they were used recently. And therefore, like, the door sensor did not indicate that anybody had been in here. And yet, something that a prisoner owns, the gloves, should be in this room. But also, if this were, like, not an Ace Attorney Investigations case, you could very easily just say that Knight had used the glove in this room. There is dirt. He could have gotten the gloves from anywhere. Also, the entire body should not be in here. Nobody walked into this room, allegedly. Like, this should be a locked room mystery. But it's not. The door sensor would detect their bracelets and the alarm would sound. Alternatively, you can also just argue that someone who was not a prisoner did the murder. What's more, according to the guard, no prisoners were authorized to be seen in this room all day. And yet, here we have a rubber glove, of the kind issued to inmates. There's a clear contradiction. Where did the glove come from, sir? I don't know, Detective. Not yet, anyway. All I know for now is that the glove is a valuable piece of evidence.
Yay!
You, apart from prisoners and guards, who else has access to this room? No one, sir. This is a prison, after all. Prisoners and guards are pretty much all there is. Mr. Fender. He doesn't get to hold it? Come on, don't play us like that, friend. We both know that's not true. You know as well as I do that prisoners and guards aren't the only ones who can come in here. Huh? Oh, you mean... But sir, they're... Oh, I remember the bit. Mr. Fender, would you care to get to the point? Who exactly are you talking about? What, you don't have a pair of peepers in that hard head of yours? You didn't see them on the way in? Wandering about in the corridors, chilling with their buds. Bet if you moseyed on out at that door right now, you'd trip over one of them before you'd taken a step. Listen, pal, we've had just about enough of your baloney. Take a chill pill, big guy. I'm on your side. You know, for such a wide fella, you have a very narrow mind. What did you...
Hold it!
Don't call him wide. Unless you're being affectionate about it, then it's fine, but you're not. You're being mean. Detective. Sorry, sir. Look, just follow me, okay? Seeing is believing. Isn't that what they say? I also really like that they included his, like, goofy little air quotes into his dialogue. I heard somewhere, I think it was on, like, a dev blog for this game, like, Not one of the recent ones for localization, but oh no, my thing is lagging. Yeah, no, it wasn't a recent devlog for localization. It was a devblog for hello. Hold on. There we go. It was a devblog for like the original game that got translated by a fan. I think it was for this game. It might have been for like a non-Ace Attorney game entirely, but and it might have also been like a fan and not a dev blog, and I'm totally forgetting. But I heard somewhere that like air quotes is very much like a like Western thing, and especially an American thing, and an English speaking thing, and so like people didn't know what the air quotes animation was in Japan, and so like it didn't necessarily communicate anything specific when Eddie did it. This is no ordinary slammer. Here the humans share their space with some special friends. Yay! Animals. Yep, furred and feathered fellas of all shapes and sizes. Guard filled me in on how it came about. Seems they decided to try a little experiment in animal therapy a few years back. Cons are assigned a critter each, a buddy to help keep their spirits up.
Really? Wow, that sounds like so much fun!
Plus, inmates can even earn pet care qualifications if they go through some job training with the animals.
Oh, that must be what all the equipment in the workshop is for.
You got it. Room set up especially for that training stuff. So, when you said somebody else could have been at the scene of the crime. Exactamundo, big guy. I was talking about these guys. That just means you're still talking baloney. What would an animal do with a rubber glove? Good question. All I'm saying is that it was possible. The rest is Mr. Prosecutor's problem. Mr. Edgeworth, sir. If you want me to arrest this piece of baloney, just say the word. Gumshoe, I love you so much. Let me get this straight. Are you saying these animals can wander freely around in the prison? You know those sensors on the doors? They detect the prisoner's bracelets and sound the alarm when somebody goes walkabout. Well, for our furry friends, it's the other way around. They're fitted with microchips that open the doors right up.
They are?
Uh-huh. They're implanted just under the skin around the shoulders. Big needle, quick jab, and voila.
What? Doesn't it hurt?
Nope, they don't feel a thing. That's what they tell me anyway. Now, where was I? Ah, right. So the point is, they're not the baddies here, so there's no reason to punish them. It's ironic, really. Here in this institution where the humans are caged, the animals are free to roam to their heart's content. They're not completely free, though. They can't leave the prison proper, for one thing. No sensor on that big mother of a door out, you see? Door out, you see? Good God. Hee-hee. What's that tinkling sound? Sir?
Dog! Dog, dog, dog. Dog. Good boy, yay.
Just look at that thing. And is that a bell around its neck? That explains the sound, I suppose.
Wait, what is the dog named now? The dog has to have a new name.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to find out the dog's name.
Yay! Trembly.
Oh, this is... this is the screenshot somebody took where they were like, I thought Edgeworth was barking.
Mr. Edgeworth, were you seriously trying to stare it down?
I refuse to lose to a dog. You're not supposed to... Isn't that like the thing that they tell kids not to do is like don't make direct eye contact with a dog? Not for nothing, sir, but your dog handling skills could use some work. Leave it to a pro. I know how to treat them right. Come on now, come to Gummy. Yay! Doesn't Edgeworth own a dog? Oh, no, come back. No. No, I want him to stay here. Man, ignored by a dog. I'm sorry, Gumshoe. The dog was certainly very different to the other animals. And it seemed to have a real thing against me. And only me. It just doesn't like you. It doesn't like your vibes, Edgeworth. Alrighty then. You met the menagerie. What's next? Guess we better interview some witnesses, right, sir? Indeed. We need more information regarding what was happening around the time the body was found. Let's start with that guy. Hey, you there in the cell. Ignored again. Gumshoe, no! Hello. We were wondering if you might be able to tell us anything about this morning's incident.
Is anyone else a little afraid of this guy?
Not a big talker, huh? It's alright, man. I'm on your side here. Let's start with a handshake, huh? Maybe a hug to break the ice. This fucking guy. Seconds. Out. What's that supposed to mean? Hey, I get it, man. Not everyone's the hugging type. I'm cool with that. Yay! I love this fucking bear. Round 1. 10 reps each. What is this man up to? I better see what he has to say for himself. Your name? From the blue corner, it's Rocco D259 Carcerado. Don't mind if I keep moving, Don't mind if I keep moving, do you, boss? Fighter can't let his heart rate drop, see? It doesn't look like there's any danger of that. Don't you worry you'll lose too much weight doing all that? Gotta make weight before a fight, boss. Wait, yeah. Won't even make it into the ring if you don't. So you're... Wait, I get it. You gotta be a boxer, right? Was. Back in the day. Good to stay fighting fit. Leastways, that's how I see it.
So is the bear part of your training too? Looks kind of like an apron. It's so cute!
Ain't nothing cute about Teddy. Kid's my partner, see? This here polar bear keeps me on my toes. Teddy! Teddy! Yay! He seems to have loosened up a little. Now's my chance. Where were you and Teddy at the time of the incident? Come on, boss, I ain't no stoolie? Okay. Now I don't know nothing know-how. I'll be the judge of that. Please answer the question. Punch drunk or something, boss? Told ya, I don't know zip! But we won't play ball.
Guess there's only one thing to do, huh, Mr. Edgeworth?
Indeed. The more he protests his ignorance, the more certain I am that he's hiding something. Alright, let's see exactly what you do and don't know, shall we, Mr. Carcerado? Yippee! Now, let us analyze the state of play. He adopts a boxing stance when he's on high alert. My guess is that things won't go well if I push too hard at such moments. Oh, interesting. When my opponent is on the offensive, I should remain calm and bide my time. He's bound to reveal an opening eventually, which is when I'll pounce. First, let's see if our friend here knows anything about the incident. I'll start by asking about his movements. And bring this fight to an end before he knows what hit him. Tell me about your day so far. Why don't you start by telling me what you've done today? You will answer me, Mr. Carcerado. What? Want a shot at the champ, is that it? Then put him up, pal. Prepare for a string rape. I'm going to just punch the guy. I'll bide my time. Throwing in the towel already. It's gotta be a record. Fisticuffs is hardly my style. But I'm more than happy to take you on in a game of chess. A fucking loser. Why did my frames drop? What is happening tonight? Incidentally, don't you get tired ducking and diving like that all the time? Think I don't got the stamina, kid? Oh, you try me. Oh, ooh, I will. No, I'll bide my time. I ain't tired. Not today, not ever. I love Teddy. Especially not today. Took it real easy this morning. Had me some quiet cell time. Hardly broke a sweat. Really? You look pretty sweaty to me. Give me a break, will ya? I'm done talking, okay? I'm tired. Yeah, real tired. I thought you took it easy. You may have kept your boxing skills sharp, Mr. Carcerado. But I'm afraid your lying needs quite a bit of work. Tired? Really? I hardly think that's possible. Especially not after you just told me about your quiet cell time this morning. Oof. Gotta be careful here, Teddy. When this guy lands, he lands. He's hiding something, I'm sure of it. I should try asking him about what was happening at the time of the incident, both in and outside his cell. I won't need to use my fists in this next round. No, I'll deliver this knockout using carefully chosen words alone. What were you doing? Do you remember what you were doing at the time of the incident? I was, catching some Z's. We both was. The incident happened only a short while ago. You seem wide awake, all things considered. Bide my time. Fighter's gotta be able to get up quick when he's down. He needs his beauty sleep, too. Builds muscle. Is that so? Then I apologize for waking you. I have read that rest is an important part of any boxer's training regime. You don't say. So Mr. Prosecutor's savvy when it comes to the fight game, huh? Who knew? How do you know my profession? Interesting. How do you know I'm a prosecutor? I don't remember telling you. You've been eavesdropping, haven't you? You've been listening to every word we said out here in the corridor. Which means you weren't asleep, and that you are lying. Again. Good, kid. Caught me clean with that one. Alright, I admit it. I wasn't catching no Z's. But what? Guy can't work out in a cell no more without lawyers getting involved? Or is a man taking care of himself a crime now? The fact that we now know he was awake is an important development. It could well prove to be a useful clue. What was it like around here? Did you notice anything strange around the time of the incident? What do you mean, strange? I'll just go for it. Haven't you noticed yet? You're backed into a corner here. Get a load of this guy, Teddy. Thinks he's got the champ on the back foot. Guess I better knock some sense into him. Versus, should have picked my words more wisely. Okay, fine, we'll bide our time. Damn it. was it like around here? Bide my time. Hey, get the heck out of the ring if you're not gonna fight. It was don't play dumb. To attack more if I'm to win. Yeah. What was it like around here? Ah, I'm running out of time. Don't play dumb. Answer the question. Tell me what was going on around that time. Wish I could help you, boss. But I was asleep. We both was. Time to deploy my clue. You were exercising. Enough of your barefaced lies. You weren't asleep. You were exercising. You told me as much yourself. Ooh. Counterpunch, huh? Should have seen that one coming. It seems I have you on the ropes, Mr. Carcerado. It's time to come clean about what you know. Alright, you don't gotta shout about it. Jumping around like you own the place. Teddy and his pals have been scared enough this morning already. Already, you say? You've done well to endure this long, but I fear you'll soon be out for the count. You say the animals have been scared enough already, which implies something happened here earlier. Hi, Demsec. Well, what was it, Mr. Carcerado? Quit it, will ya? Getting shellacked? Shellacked? Here? This dude is Yakuza 3? Fine. Somebody yelled, okay? Real loud. Real scared. Got all the little guys scared, too. Yeah, laugh it up, Mr. Big Shot Lawyer. Let me see you do the same thing in the ring. Checkmate. What is going on with my stream again? Why are you so laggy? What is going on? A lot of... Okay, a little bit back to normal now. What the hell? What's going on? Why are you slowing down? I think we've now established that you know more than you're letting on, don't you? Fine, I'll talk.
You did it, Mr. Edgeworth.
Let's not get carried away, Kay. Our work here has only just begun. Hey, can we call a timeout here for a sec, guys? Something super big I need to say. Just, well, it's like fate brought us here today after all these years, Edgeworth. I love his stupid clap. It's right. And it's a real privilege watching how you work. Eye-opening stuff, in fact. Just thought you should know, I'll be telling you know who what you've become.
Who know who?
Keen to get the lowdown, huh? Well,
Hold it!
that's enough. This has nothing to do with Kay. Whoa! Don't have a cow, man. Why so sensitive? Report whatever you wish to whomever you wish. Just do it on somebody else's time. Whatever you say, boss man. But I think he should know at least. You know, how you've been living your life since you signed on to doing things the Von Karma way. After all, you disappointed him enough for one lifetime already, am I right?
Jesus. What's he talking about, Mr. Edgeworth?
Nothing that need concern you, Kay. Our focus should be on Mr. Carcerado. Now, shall we continue? It's time to hear the truth at last. Good lord. You won't land a glove on me, kid. I'm gonna be thinking about that for a normal amount of time. There was a show finished right around 10 a.m. Came back here after, did me some training. Leastways I tried to. Barely got to the count of 2 before someone screams, "What the ah!" I was hollering and howling, crying for help. Shitty last words, man. What can I do? I'm locked up in here, right? Tunes it out and I gets back to work. find it curious that you would pay so little heed to a desperate cry for help. Like I say, boss, what can I do? Besides, it's the joint. Don't nobody thank nobody for getting involved what ain't none of their concern. I hear you, brother. Best you could do is rubberneck from in there anyway, am I right? You mentioned training, Mr. Carcerato. I can't help but notice how well equipped your cell is. There's a guy. Fixer, they call him.
What's a fixer?
Fellow who can get his hands on just about anything you need. For a price. No way, think you can find me at— Perhaps, Mr. Carcerato, what you ought to ask for is a beginner's guide to giving better testimony. Because I can promise you that you'll be down for the count in one. Fender's mean. He's been really tearing into Miles. Like, yeesh. You put me down? Try it, you bum. What am I? Chopped liver? There was a show, finished around 10. Actually, let me just— I already read this.
Hold it!
What kind of show was it exactly? Depends on the day. They bring them in from outside, see? Singers, dancers, all kinds. Gives us cons a little something to look forward to.
Nice, that sounds like fun.
And you went along to see today's show? Sure did. Can't miss a chance to get a glimpse of the outside world now, can I? Then it was over.
Hold it!
What did this training involve? Let's see now. Today was stamina and rhythm work, which means jump rope.
What? In that tiny cell? How?
They let you have a jump rope?
And what about Teddy? Isn't that dangerous for him?
Kid's no dummy. Second I get my rope out, he jumps up and holds on tight. I love Teddy. You jump rope with a polar bear clinging to your chest? Told you, didn't I? We're partners. Besides, a little extra weight's good for me. Anyway, I started jumping rope. I love Teddy. Okay. This man has a little bear on his chest, yeah. Oh.
Hold it!
Tell us more about the scream you heard. It was the scream of a guy about to scream his last. And I should know. But whoa there, good buddy. There's a time and a place, you know? So it was clearly audible? I backed into a corner, fighting for his life. You ever hear something like that, boss? Well, I have. And yeah, it was clearly audible. Crying for help, what can I do? I'm locked up in here, right?
Hold it!
You were able to concentrate on your training, even after hearing all that screaming? Look, if we was on the outside, maybe things would have been different. Maybe I'd have seen what I could do. This ain't the outside. Can't go no place, even if I want to.
And you didn't think to slip out from your cell to go sneak a peek?
I don't think anybody else would have thought of doing that except you, Kay.
Only this wasn't a prison. Mr. Knight might have lived.
I somehow doubt it. Frankly speaking, there was no saving him. Everyone knows you die instantly from stab wounds.
What? But if someone could have gotten to him in time.
Mr. Carcerato is clearly lying. What I don't understand is why. Let's see what I can uncover by pointing out the contradiction in his testimony. Prisoners are not allowed to move out freely. Do-do. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Bro, I don't remember shit about this case. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Killed instant. Oh, wait, killed instantly, and he was yelling is the bit, right? Which? Oh, I said just in case so I can see which statement. And that's all you heard? There was nothing else? Nope, nothing much anyhow. So there was something. What else did the victim say? You have to tell me. Oh, I do, huh? Why don't you come on over here and see? I'll see if I can make you squeal like he did. Whoa, 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 whoa! Forgive the kid here. He just doesn't know when to quit. Come on, Miles, apologize to the good man. I'm a novice to Ace Attorney, but why is Edward always such an anti-vibe? He's just a bitch. He's just like that. And this is clearly important. And yet, he insists on remaining infuriatingly vague. Look, friends, how about you let this slide? Please, for me. Yeah, I heard the voice, like I said. Okay. We'll try it on this and see if that works.
Objection!
Yeah! Are you listening carefully, Mr. Carcerado? Huh? Trying to be cute or something? The victim died from a wound to the throat, and very quickly at that. He had neither the time nor the ability to scream as you claim he did. You say you heard the victim's cries, and yet that would have been impossible. Man is a closet tokusatsu fanboy. He's barely in the closet. Which is... I was talking about him being a tokusatsu fanboy, but you know. But there must have been a scream. He said there was. He said there was. Quit looking so smug, will ya? Fine, I admit it. I didn't hear nothing, alright? Should just say about everything you need to know. But the guy in the next cell did. He told me so. The next cell?
You mean...
Wait, that's such a fun animation. Oh, that's good. This guy. Huh? What do you want? I heard a scream. What of it? Came back from the show and they put us in our cells, same as always. And just like I told this guy, I heard it. A scream. Real scary one. Scary how, exactly? Didn't tell him this part, I guess, but it was kind of like... Someone! Anyone! Come quickly! He's... something like that. Well, I guess it's safe to say that probably wasn't the victim. Indeed. It sounds more likely to have been the person who found his body.
That explains it. So Mr. Carcerado was telling the truth. More or less.
Is that really the case, though? Are there really no problems with his testimony? There's problems because it's an Ace Attorney game. I'm afraid a new problem has reared its head. Namely, why didn't you hear the scream yourself, Mr. Carcerado? Yeah, well, give it, pal. How come you didn't hear anything when your neighbor heard it clear as day? Ah! Ooh. Or gumshoe. What do you think I did? What do you think I did the crime or something, huh? I'm inside of this here cell. I died over in the workshop, in case you forgot. Well, yeah, it does seem a little weird now that you mention it. He's right, neither of us could have done it. Because let me tell you, if I could get out of this here cage and murder somebody, you'd all be toast. Ain't that the truth? You bums ain't leaving this place in one piece if any of us can help it. One piece. I almost forgot these men are hardened criminals. Well, I won't be doing that again anytime soon. I'm guessing this wasn't how you saw this going, Edgeworth. What's my next move here? I won't get much more out of them in this state. Yeah, switch. Oh my god! I forgot she came in this early. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh my god. So many characters up. Yes! Yay! Order in the court. Who died and you made... No, fuck. Who died and made you the boss of me, huh? Can't you see we're kind of busy here?
Hush now. Silence is golden.
It is.
Your hand, if you please. By the power vested in me, I hereby sentence you to blissful silence. Praise be, a simple life awaits you. No money, no possessions. May the goddess of justice watch over you, now and always.
Oh, she is much more devout than I remember her being.
Guard, if you would.
Looks like you'll be spending the night in solitary, buddy.
What?
Come on, please, boss. Any place but here. Any place but there.
There is no need to be afraid, my child. If anything, you should rejoice. This is a blessing, a chance to redeem yourself, to be reborn.
Good God, she's scarier than I remember. Ow!
O goddess of justice, bless your child and keep him in your care. O Holy One, we give thanks in your name. And you are? Verity Gavel, at your service. It is my honor to bear the title of judge, and to work at the pleasure of the law. And what is a judge doing in a place like this? Since you ask, Mr. Edgeworth, I have been sent here to find you. I come bearing a message from the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. And it is my sacred duty to deliver it.
I love Verity.
The Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence? What the heck is that?
It is first and foremost a name that should not be taken in vain, my child. For it is a sacred phrase from the goddess of justice herself.
Why don't I fill you in, kiddo? The committee is a panel of 11 people whose job is to keep our beloved prosecutors honest.
Hello, motherfucker. I see you back there.
In other words, they make sure people like Edgeworth here don't cross the professional line.
The panel is comprised of people from both the legal and political professions. A panel of which you are a member, I assume? I am. Allow me to thank you on the committee's behalf for your service.
Thanks for coming to see us like this. Speaking for myself, it's a real honor to meet you. It's always great to hang with a judicial compadre. Come on, bring it in and chillax. We're all friends here.
Overruled.
Verity Gavel is a beautiful name. It is my favorite one, probably, from the new localized names.
Need I remind you that the committee has a long-standing relationship with the Bar Association?
Hey, I didn't mean anything by it. I was just trying to lighten the mood, okay?
So, your job is to find bad prosecutors and punish them?
Also, this theme slaps.
Precisely, my child. Praise be to the goddess of justice for bestowing her gift of insight unto you. The committee has the power to remove problematic prosecutors from cases. And should a prosecutor truly unworthy of the title be brought to our attention, we are vested with the power to confiscate that prosecutor's badge.
And what does the Committee for Prosecutory... whatever you said want with Mr. Edgeworth? We're in the middle of an investigation here.
Objection!
Ooh!
Hi. Yay! Pitiful! You really don't know, do you? What an ignoramus!
Oh my god! Also, for those who aren't as chronically on Ace Attorney Toner as I am, the guy we just heard talk, the voice actor is the girl who made Big Chungus, like the song. And who are you, pal?
Winner! Eustace Winner! Prosecutor extraordinaire! Though you might know me as just the Winner. The name they call me down at the prosecutor's office. With great affection, I might add.
I have never heard of you.
And how about Detective Flatfoot over there?
Nope. Name means nothing to me.
Well, it's to be expected of an ignoramus, I suppose. Ignorance is sweet, as they say. So I'm sure most things mean sweet nothings to you.
Ignorance is bliss, winner. And I don't think sweet nothings means what you think it means. It is entirely natural that you aren't yet acquainted. Eustace only joined us last month.
He's nothing but a rookie? I'm not just any rookie, I'm a winning rookie.
Which he will prove himself to be in due time.
Now let's cut to the chase. I'm here to clean up your mess, Edgeworth. What do you mean? What mess?
I fear I know exactly what he means. The committee sending an envoy, with the new prosecutor in tow. I suspect I know what you're getting at, winner.
His mama named him Gumshoe. Gumshoe's his last name. His mom did name him Dick, though, so...
But I'm going to need a few more details. Would you mind explaining, Judge Gavel? Very well. By the power vested in me by the Goddess of Justice, I hereby declare that, in the matter of the incident at the presidential address and the murder of Mr. Bronco Knight, the committee hereby decrees that Prosecutor Edgeworth be relieved of his duties and replaced by Prosecutor Winner. Here ends the verdict.
What? Mr. Edgeworth is off the case. Just like that?
Judge Gavel, I believe I asked for an explanation. No explanation is required. The guilty verdict is in. The goddess has spoken, and her judgment is final.
Objection!
And what exactly have I done to warrant being taken off the case? Come now, Mr. Edgeworth. Claiming ignorance of your crimes will not serve to lessen your guilt. You boarded the presidential plane, violating the principle of extraterritoriality. And while there, you performed an unsanctioned investigation and subjected a visiting foreign leader to questioning. You were one wrong move away from causing a major international incident.
Classic Edgeworth.
You vastly overstepped the authority of your office. To call it an abuse of power would be no understatement.
Objection!
I don't deny that I may have pushed the boundaries where certain rules were concerned. But there is also no denying that certain risk must be taken if one is to arrive at the truth. I refuse to concede that my actions were inappropriate.
Overruled!
Then what you are saying is that the ends justify the means, that rules can freely be ignored. That is a very dangerous way of thinking. The law is absolute. It is not to be bent to your whims.
Oh my god, they're literally having like a... they're like having a Bible interpretation debate.
Forgive me, but not all of us believe as you do. Is that so? How unfortunate. Still, it changes nothing. When a trial ends, the hammer falls. Be you defendant or attorney, even if the verdict seems irrational, nothing more can be done. Nothing, that is, but to give thanks for the Goddess of Justice's divine grace. Unless you wish to appeal. To do so would be to risk your badge, of course.
Things said about a normal justice system.
So they mean to take my badge if I don't play alone.
Whoa!
Tough break, Edgeworth. I see you've accepted your fate. Good. Guards, if you would be so kind as to escort him out.
No! Stop! What are you doing, detective?
Why is my thing lagging again? There we go.
I'm in charge here now, so you'll do as I say and move out of the way.
What? You're not the boss of me.
Unluckily for you, Flatfoot, that's exactly what I am.
They're holding all the cards here. I don't stand a chance. Detective Gumshoe, do as Mr. Winner says.
But, sir.
Judge Cavell. Yes, Mr. Edgewood? The committee's decision is beyond irrational. So yes, I do plan to appeal. You haven't heard the last of this. Duly noted. Until we meet again, then. Let's go, Kay. We're leaving.
Right.
Oh, and remember, you know who will be getting a full report on all of this. That's mean. That is mean.
To be continued.
Okay, let me save. Let me see how long I've been going because I have not yet taken a break. So it could go a little bit longer. Yeah, it's been 2 hours. I usually do 3. Okay, I'm going to take a break and try to figure out what the hell my tech issues are. I will be back. Do not set my chat on fire in the time that I'm gone. Yippee!
Okay, I'm back. You're never gonna believe whose encoder settings were fucked up again. It's me. It's more likely than you think. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna make the encoder settings a little bit more. For some reason, like, the encoder settings were set to, way slower than usual. There we go. We'll try that. Ugh. I don't know why they did that when I made a whole thing about changing my encoder settings last time. Christ. Okay, so hopefully it'll be less laggy from now on. Oop. Actually, no, I already did that. Okay. Let's continue on for like one more part. See how that goes.
I still can't believe what happened yesterday.
Thanks, Kofi Bot. Oh, right. Nightbot's broken because I accidentally banned it somehow in the middle of stream earlier. So Nightbot's not working, but Kofi Bot is working. So if you would like, you can go support me via my Kofi. If you I didn't fix Nightbot on the break, but I'll fix Nightbot before tomorrow's stream. How about that? In the meantime, though, I have a Kofi. You can check out my Kofi. Good lord. Ah, I didn't read the thing. Come back. Yeah, don't. I would be careful. Ugh.
It was terrible. The way those two treated you.
Hold on. My PNG. There we go. Christ. Now let's minimize the game. There we go. Woo! Now let's get to the chase. I'm here to clean up your ministry. The committee hereby decrees the prosecutor related to his duties. Now replacement prosecutor Winner. Here ends the verdict. Judge Cavell and Mr. Winner certainly didn't mince their words. That's not what concerns me right now. I'm more worried about the committee's reasons for doing what they did. And what they might do next. I suspect it won't be good.
Earth to Mr. Edgeworth? Are you listening to me?
Yes, of course.
So this is it. You're giving up on the Bronco Knight case?
No, I have no intention of doing any such thing. To walk away from the case would be to tacitly accept the committee's decision. The only problem is that I don't have the authority to continue investigating. Yes? What is it, Detective? I got some bad news, sir. Word down at the precinct is you just arrested somebody for Knight's murder. What? Do you know who it is? No, but I heard they're being held in the detention center. Maybe you could go talk to whoever it is?
Good idea. Let's get down there, Mr. Edgeworth.
Even without the authority to investigate, surely I can still pay a suspect an innocent visit. All right, we're on our way. Me too. I'll see you there, sir. But won't you be missed, Detective? Nah, everyone's busy in the prison going over the crime scene anyway. Good. Then we'll see you shortly. Yes, sir. Come on, Kay. Let's go.
You got it.
My phone.
Still no sign of them, huh?
Indeed.
Wait, this is just like last time.
Please don't tempt fate like that. I don't remember who it is. Is it who I think it is? She has a key in her hair, yeah. No, I can't. I just can't. Sure you can, I told you. It's just a pair of visitors.
Sounds like someone really doesn't want to see us.
It is! No. Just talk with them, please. But one of them's a prosecutor, right? Aren't they all super scary? All they do is stare at you, right into your soul.
You must be the suspect in the...
See, I told you. No, yeah, the designs in Ace Attorney are always very, very fun. There's a couple different designers on Ace Attorney. Kazunori is my favorite, nobody's surprised. But the investigations characters have some really fun designs too. I'm sorry, my PNG is like not centered. I'm gonna scoot her over. There we go. Wait, slide to the left. Slide to the right. Okay, let me like actually center her. There we go. Anyway, now she's like too low. Whoop. There we go. I might do another like background when I get a chance, like actually draw myself one. Because right now it's just kind of a stock photo that I blurred out. I would do the standard PNG thing of just stick the character on top of the game. But the thing with Ace Attorney is there's like no good place to stick like a camera or a PNG, unfortunately.
Hey, why is this man so flustered?
Probably because you're being you. But I guess that's just how you are.
Thanks for clearing up absolutely nothing.
Hey, Mr. Suspect, you doing okay in there? We just want to have a little chat with you. No biggie, right?
Who are you?
I'm Kay Faraday, Mr. Edgeworth's trusty sidekick. It's just a part-time gig I'm doing while I take a break from my real job, though.
Funny, I don't recall ever employing you.
And that's Mr. Edgeworth. He is a prosecutor, but he's not going to stare a hole into your soul or anything.
Oh, please.
Really?
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 Anyway, can you please tell us your name?
It's Saint Simeon Saint. Another character whose name I really love.
Well, nice to meet you, Simeon. You can call me Kay. Everyone else does.
Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth. I would like to ask you a few questions, if I may.
So... Please, Simeon. We're trying to help you, I promise.
Really?
Thanks to Kay, it sounds like we might finally get some answers, at least.
Simeon Saint.
Perhaps you could start by telling us a little about yourself.
Who? Me? Why would anyone want to know anything about me? I'm boring. I'm nothing. I'm a nobody.
Do you have a job?
Oh, it's hardly worth mentioning, really. I'm your average corporate pencil pusher, just like everybody else, honest.
This is going to take a while. About you and Mr. Knight. And just when I thought we were making progress. Okay.
So, Simeon, did you know Mr. Knight? Come on, you can tell me.
Bronco? Yeah, I knew him. We were friends.
Okay.
Interesting. I wonder if he knew that Knight had been arrested.
And, did you know Mr. Knight had been arrested?
Yeah, I even came to visit him. You came to see Knight? I wonder when that would have been.
And when was that, Simeon?
It was the day before yesterday, around lunchtime.
I came as soon as I got the call from the cops.
The police called him? Why?
How come the police called you?
They said Bronco asked them to, that he needed a favor.
A favor?
Uh-huh.
He wanted me to bring him his chess set. The pocket-sized one. So I went by his place, and then I came here. A chess set?
A chess set?
Is it just me, or is she getting better at stealing my thoughts?
You do know everything you think is written all over your face, right, Mr. Edgeworth?
This too is the great ace attorney.
Yeah, I'm not a mind reader. Just an expression reader.
This too is the great ace attorney.
Amazing, right? Don't you just love having a sidekick as helpful as me?
And have you read what my next move is going to be?
I sure have. There's something you want to show Simeon.
Indeed. Let's present it to him and see what he has to say about it.
Well, I want to present my prosecutor's badge first.
What? No, I can't. I couldn't. There's no way I could be a prosecutor, ever.
Take that thing away from me, please.
I wasn't going to give it to you anyway.
What? You're gonna arrest me? Take me to court? No objection? I knew it.
Overruled, Mr. Saint. Now please, calm yourself.
Okay, let's actually present the chess set.
So, this chess set.
Oh, that's the one I brought for Bronco. Well, that settles that at least.
We, found it next to Mr. Knight.
He always had to have a chessboard somewhere nearby. I'm not surprised he had it with him when he...
Simeon, you and Mr. Knight, you were very close, weren't you?
Yeah, we were best friends. At least I thought we were. I guess I was wrong about that.
What do you mean?
If I knew him so well, why was it such a shock for me to find out that he killed someone? It's not easy discovering that someone you're close to has committed a terrible crime. It's a very bitter pill to swallow indeed. How could it end like this? I never could have imagined something so awful.
Something's not right here, Mr. Edgeworth. There's just no way Simeon murdered Mr. Knight.
Yes, he certainly doesn't seem to have an obvious motive. And again, he wouldn't have been arrested for no reason either. I wonder what grounds they had for doing so. Why were you arrested, Mr. Saint? I just don't get it. Why won't he talk to me? I don't know. Honestly, I don't.
Whoa, he answered you, Mr. Edgeworth. I guess he's not scared of you anymore.
Thank goodness for small miracles. The cops burst into my house this morning out of nowhere. And before I knew it, I was here. These policemen, was there a prosecutor with them? Yes? Some kid named DeWinner or something? The rookie. I thought as much.
So, did they interrogate you just yet?
What? I'm gonna be interrogated? By the cops?
Well, yeah, I mean, you've been arrested. You're a suspect now.
No. Won't the detectives shout at me and threaten me and... Oh. There are always these hulking guys, right? Who get in your face and force you to... Detective Dick Gumshoe reporting for duty. See? I told you. Please don't hurt me. Please don't crush me with those huge arms. It's an oddly specific theory of what he's gonna do, my dude. No, please, I'm calling the cops. What's up with this guy, Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, nothing, detective. You're just being you. I guess it's just how you are. I don't get it, sir.
Look, Mr. Edgeworth, Simeon is clearly innocent. So there's gotta be something we can do for him, isn't there?
Mr. Saint. Yeah? You were Mr. Knight's friend, and 2 days ago you came to visit him. You had nothing to do with his murder. Is my understanding correct? Yes, I didn't kill anybody. Very well. Then I will choose to believe you. I will do all that I can to assist you. Huh? But why would you help a nobody like me? Let's just say that I may not be doing it solely for your sake. I have something of a personal interest in this case.
That's right, it's payback time. We'll show those two whose investigation reigns supreme.
Ooh yeah, now we're cooking. Unfortunately, I still lack the authority to conduct said investigation.
It doesn't matter what the crime is, they did that shit.
As such, my resources are rather limited, and I need to lean heavily on those, on the ones that I do have at hand. Which means you, Mr. Saint. Your information will be invaluable going forward. In other words, let's see if we can't help one another out, shall we? Oh, I just thought of something. Why don't you just borrow an attorney's badge? Then you could represent our pal here.
Now's not the time. Now's not the time.
Why can I not say that?
Now's not the time for jokes, Gummy. I mean, Mr. Edgeworth is a prosecutor. He couldn't defend anyone if his life depended on it.
But I wasn't kidding. I just thought helping suspects. What a defense attorney does, you know?
Sure, but we can do that too. The only thing that matters is that we find the real culprit in the end.
Fucking Kay laying out the ethos of this entire game.
So come on, let's get to work.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sure you know already, but just to be clear, if our investigation ultimately proves you to be the culprit, we'll have no choice but to treat you like any other suspect. But you needn't worry. I believe you. Or at least, I've decided to try. For now. Just hold tight and try to believe in us in return. If nothing else, it might help you to feel a little less alone. Now if you'll excuse me.
Man.
It's nice seeing how the trilogy has changed Edgeworth. Your life, your choice.
So, we talked a good game in there. But we can't even get back inside the main prison to see the scene of the crime.
Maybe defending the guy in court is our best bet after all.
Gummy can't defend for his life, remember?
Is it Eddie again? Well, who do we have here? Or is it the other guy? I think it is. No, it's Eddie. If it isn't Edgeworth and the gang, what are you cats doing here?
Listen, pal, you come to harass Mr. Edgeworth again, I'll...
Hey, easy there, Detective Flatfoot Sholmes. Sholmes mentioned! This too is the Great Ace Attorney. Everybody should play the Great Ace Attorney. Here to work.
Work? What, you here to defend somebody?
Whoa, the K-Meister? K-Meister nails in one. Aren't you just the uber I feel like you would say this all really, really wrong, though. Aren't you just the uber intelligence one of the bunch?
That is not how you use either of those words, Fender.
Some may say I'm an easygoing old rogue about town, but I'm actually not a half-bad attorney. Which is why I've been summoned to the old jailer-rooney for a meeting with the new client. The suspect is one Simony Sainsbury.
You mean Simeon Saint.
Wow, that's freaky. You know more about my job than I do.
Wait, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Fender's a defense attorney.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I fear I might be. In fact, it could be our only option. Not so long ago, I found myself embroiled in another case that wasn't mine. I managed to worm my way onto the crime scene by agreeing to be a certain someone's subordinate. Not an experience I ever wanted to repeat, but I fear I may have little choice. Fender, Or you say another word, I just gotta point out the fine print. Eddie Fender doesn't take on associates. Say it ain't so. I hear you protesting, but pompous prosecutors are a no-go. Especially those of the Von Karma variety. I should have known he wouldn't forgive me that easily. I understand why you wouldn't want to work with someone like me. What's more, I understand how you feel about all things Von Karma. But please, believe me when I say, I'm not the man I was back then. I'm no longer under my old mentor's spell. You better believe it, pal. Mr. Edward's a changed man. Sure, he used to be the demon prosecutor. He's not like that anymore. Oh, Gumshoe. I do have feelings, Detective. Oh.
Gummy's right. Mr. Edward's one of the good guys now. He's not just a prosecutor, he's a hero.
Oh.
He got me off the hook just last month.
You don't say. Well, that escalated quickly.
But he was. There's no other word for it. He was heroic. Great thiefly, even.
Please, Fender. Don't you think there's something odd about the way the committee stepped in yesterday? There's more to this case than meets the eye. I'm certain of it. I can't just walk away from this. I can't. Please, allow me to help you with this investigation. Sheesh. A bow from the great Miles Edgeworth. Never thought I'd see the day, but here we are. So enlighten me, if you will. What made the leopard change his spots? Well, I suppose I would have to say the courtroom itself. I have experienced so many things and met so many people there within its four walls, including some old friends who showed me a better way to be. How could that not change a person? Whew! Oh, I'm normal. I am normal and do not suddenly want to replay the entire trilogy. How could that not change a person? Oh. I also like that it's old friends plural. It's not just Phoenix. Like Franziska and Larry even. Oh my god, I'm normal. How could that not change a person? Well, I'll be. Well, you would never have bared a soul like that. That was beautiful. You might have even surprised you-know-who. And you know how much that takes. Damn. Tell you what. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to start again with a clean slate. So, this is me. Edgeworth & Co. Law Offices. Eddie Fender, senior partner.
Edgeworth?
That's right. Mr. Fender began his legal career as an assistant to my late father, Gregory Edgeworth.
What? Your dad was a defense attorney? So the you-know-who Mr. Fender keeps talking about is...
The clever K-Meister nails it in one yet again. That's right, I was talking about his old man. Guess you all noticed I kept his name over the door, so to speak. Least I could do for old Gregory, really. Listen, Edgeworth. Miles. I'm gonna level with you here. I don't trust you. Not fully, anyway. I can't just forget about all those years you spent licking Von Karma's boots, you know? Jeez! I really like Eddie. I didn't think I would. But I really like how he, talks in this game. Anyone can say they've changed. I'm gonna need you to prove it. And besides, you know it's what Gregory would have wanted. Very well. I accept. Okay, then that's enough hardball for one day. let's move on to the fun stuff. I hereby appoint you interim associate of Edgeworth & Co. Congrats, man. I will try not to let you down. Oh, doesn't this bring a tear to the eye? Prodigal son coming on board at his late father's firm.
Permission to come on board too. Please, Mr. Fender.
You don't even have to ask, kiddo. Welcome to the crew.
Woohoo! Thanks, Captain.
All right, guess it's time to go to work. So, where to begin? Any bright ideas, Miles? I like that. I like that he switches to Miles. Where were we when we were so rudely interrupted?
Well, I guess it's safe to say that probably wasn't the victim. Indeed, it sounds more likely to have been the person who found his body.
I believe we need to speak with the person who found the body. Just what I was thinking, eager associate. We do indeed. Still the type to smile and nod, I see. That will certainly make my life easier, boss.
Now that that's decided, let's get going.
What about me? I'm a detective. I can't just hop on board as an attorney's assistant like you guys. He has a point. I can't leave him adrift all on his own now, can I? Detective Gumshoe, I have a special assignment for you. You are to continue investigating the case under Mr. Winner. And if you happen to discover anything that seems useful, you are to notify me immediately. You're in a uniquely powerful position, Detective, and I'm going to need all the info you can pass our way. You can count on me, sir. I'm a real pro when it comes to letting things slip to the defense. Trust me, I know. But just this once, those loose lips of yours might be what saves our ship. Funny bit. Also, my chat is super delayed on my end. Oh, Gumshoe. Throw wide the prison gates, good sirs, because here we come. Yay! So, any idea how we track down whoever found the Bronxter's body, Miles? Hold on. Checking something. Okay. I think our best bet would be to simply ask around. Whomst? Oh, don't you dare! Oh, it's her! Who is this? Excuse me, but... Oh, my, just look at you! Are you talking to me? Just fabulously chic, darling. Fabulously! Facial hair is very... Oh god, I don't speak French, don't you think? Enchanté, mademoiselle. And very much obliged. Defense attorney Eddie Fender at your service. Let's start things off on the right foot, shall we? I don't know how to speak French, perhaps, but I know that's the word for hug. It's like a full minute delay. What the fuck is happening? I like the sound of that. Yeah, I forgot this happens. Right on the kisser. Well, how else does one greet a new friend? Little smooches entirely. God, I don't speak French. I know that's de rigueur, though. Don't you think?
I'll talk about stealing a kiss.
Indeed. An act so shameless it even puts great thieves to shame. Physical contact is so very important as a form of expression for our little family. Everyone in this lovely home will tell you as such. Hey, if everyone else is hip to that, I can be hip to that too. Sure. Fifi Lagarde, by the way, warden of this charming abode. You may call me Fifi, of course. So she's the warden of the entire detention center and prison facility, is she? A pleasure to meet you, Miss Lagarde. Miles Edgeworth. I'm a prosecutor, an associate with Mr. Fender's practice. I hope you don't mind me asking, but were you here in the prison yesterday? Oh, don't be silly, darling. Of course I was. Yesterday was a very important day, after all. Important in what way, exactly? A big meeting of some kind, perhaps? A meeting? Oh, heavens, no. I couldn't think of anything worse. No, yesterday the circus came to visit. Aha! It was a simply spectacular event featuring some terrifically talented animals. Anyone who was anyone had to be there. If you were at home, you were watching the show with me. The performers set up a special stage in the yard just for us. We are a very lucky family, n'est-ce pas? Though she was at the circus performance for the inmates yesterday morning. Mr. Carcerado mentioned a show yesterday as well. Should I make her French? Maybe I should make her French. He must have been talking about the same thing. We'll see how long I can keep up her being French. What time did this show take place? It's gonna be Liliana moments again. From around 8 until 10, maybe? Yes, something like that. Meaning it finished around when the body was discovered. And by dint of having attended the show, she has a reasonably solid alibi. Oh, would you look at the time? Sorry, darlings, but I really must dash. Feel free to oh my god, I have to say it in other languages. Feel free to explore our home. Mi casa, su casa, and all that. Ciao for now. 3 languages, and only one of them is when I speak.
Oh, what now, Mr. Edgeworth?
The person who found the body screamed, and that scream was heard by one inmate that we know of. Therefore, our first task is to question this inmate, and see where his information will take us next. Okay, we can only go so far this way. Ooh, can we talk to... No, we cannot. Nope.
Oh, it's a blurb about the guy in this cell. Let's see what it says. Prisoner number D259. Classification, habitat. C cell to the right.
Not exactly helpful, is it?
This grizzly fellow has a pet polar bear called Teddy. He's a former boxer who loves to stay trim and is always at optimum fighting weight. He may push his body to the max, but he's relentlessly kind to himself. Omnivore.
Who exactly is all this information for, anyway? Why is it a zoo? Horse. They even have ponies. This one's only big enough to carry a small child.
Isn't this great, Mr. Edgeworth? It's like being at the zoo.
Except it's the humans, not the animals, who live in captivity here.
No one would mind if I took one home with me, would they?
If by home you mean behind bars, then no, I suppose not. There's no one in here.
They took him to solitary, remember? I wonder when he'll be back.
It may be a while. I got the feeling he was in pretty serious trouble.
Poor guy. Did you see the tears in his eyes? He really didn't want to go.
Yes, the way they had to literally drag him away was certainly unusual for a simple timeout. I shudder to think what kind of punishment he's facing right now. Well, solitary is pretty fucking bad. Okay, we already talked to her. We already talked to the horse. Hey, Eddie. Right on the kisser. She seems to have given you quite a shock.
And why is that, Thought you were a man of the world.
Yeah, well, I'm all for saying hi with a hug, but going straight for the kiss? Pull your boots, am I right? Woo me a little before puckering up, that's all I ask.
Wow, I never would have pegged you as the shy type.
God, that's not the issue here, I think, Kay. I like Eddie. Listen, Miles, I've been meaning to ask. Is that frown of yours turned upside down? An assistant with a permanent scowl on his face is bad for business, you know? I don't see any reason why an associate attorney needs to smile. And that's how I know you've never worked in a private practice. It's all about building trust, man. You gotta create rapport with your clients. Smile here, a wink there. A hug to break the ice, and a card to show you're legit. Otherwise, they'll never open up. Edgeworth is already known to snatch up full-size bears. Yes, well, to each their own, Fender. I'll give it to you straight. Running the biz was tough going at first. I mean, Gregory Edgeworth, man. Those are some pretty big shoes to fill. I see. And what kind of cases does the firm take on? Might be better asking what we don't. We do murders, parking fines, whole 9 yards. Our basic principle is this.
Everyone deserves defense.
So you've never refused a request?
Well, let's just say I have certain preferences in the clients I work with.
Didn't you just say that everyone deserves a defense?
I'm just messing with you, little sis. Of course we treat all our clients the same. I mean, Gregory's name is still above the door. I gotta live up to his ideals, you know? And that means always doing my best for everyone. Edgeworth & Co. The firm my father built, huh? Can I present this to you again? What, for me? Oh, no, it's the same. Same dialogue, please go faster. Okay. Go back. Continue walking around.
I want to look at all the animals.
It's a mini pig, I believe. Though not for eating, I hope.
Isn't this great, Mr. Edgeworth?
Oh, it's the same dialogue. Can I look at this, please?
Look, Mr. Edgeworth, it's a monkey mountain.
Not something I ever expected to see in a prison, I must say.
Doesn't it look like fun?
Not in the least. And while we're on the subject, you are not, under any circumstances, to climb on that structure. Do I make myself clear?
I have to show that monkey who's boss.
Please, Kay, you really don't. He has to go full mom mode. Why is there a rabbit just... I nearly tripped over it.
Funny. Cat.
Do you have a moment? We have a few questions for you.
Oh, who's a good girl? You are. You're just perfect. She really is. She's beautiful.
Meow! Finally noticed me. I think. I was wondering.
What's her name?
It's Waggy, ma'am. She's my little friend.
Waga Hai mention.
Yes, right. As you were then. We need our answers, not clawful puns. This is the door to one of the workshops.
Why do they have workshops in prison anyway?
They're for people to train in for when they return to life on the outside world.
But a dead body was found in one of them, right? So then it's not really doing a good job of helping anyone return to life, is it?
I suppose. It's another reason why we should aim to clear up this mystery as soon as possible. I can see the crime scene through the window in this door.
Mr. Edgeworth, you can't just shove your whole face in front of a window like that. You have to do it more sneaky-like. Steal a few good looks while keeping a lookout for your enemies.
But I am not a criminal, Kay. So why should I have to behave like one?
Yeesh, I was just trying to teach you my special sneak peek technique.
Well, I have no need for any such technique. Thank you very much. Okay, let's talk to the guy. About the person who found the body. Do you happen to know where he is right now? Should be in one of the workshops, I guess. Usually is at this hour. And it seems the workshops are our next port of call. To the workshop. Whoop.
Hello? Anybody in there?
Nice try, kiddo, but this isn't a bathroom stall. Yo, you there. Could you help us out, my good man? Yes, sir. What can I do for you? Somebody using this workshop right now? Yes, sir. One of the prisoners is in there. Just confirmed it myself during the noontime roll call. We'd like to speak to this prisoner, if that's all right. Sure, I'll go fetch him right now. Won't take a sec.
I think I know who it is.
This one's all yours, Milesy boy. What? Why? Let's just say I'd rather not roll the dice on someone I don't know, yeah?
Huh. And I thought adults were all supposed to be strong and brave.
Well, you're not looking so brave yourself right now. So let's call it even. Here they come. Yeah, it's this guy.
Hello, hello. Yes, hello. I hear you wish to speak with me. Not exactly the hardened criminal we were expecting, is he? My name is Miles Edgeworth. I'm a public prosecutor.
This guy has killed someone.
A prosecutor, you say? Eddie Fender, attorney at law. What happened to being too scared to handle this? Listen, sorry about my pal here. He gets the weirdest ideas.
Prosecutor, indeed. That'll be the day. He's actually just an associate.
Jeez, Miles, get a grip, will ya? Ugh, he's right. I mustn't forget that I'm a defense attorney's assistant for the time being. Ah, that explains it. I did think you looked a little different from the prosecutor I spoke with yesterday.
Though he's already spoken to Winner. Would you mind answering a few questions?
No, of course not. I'd be delighted. The name saw it. Frank saw it.
Witness is all yours, my young associate.
Sure, have the intern do everything. Why not?
Mr. Sawit, you are no doubt aware that a murder took place yesterday. Would you mind telling us where you were at the time the body was found?
Yes, I was in that workshop there. Working, as one might expect.
What kind of work were you doing?
Well, I'm actually retraining at the moment. I'm hoping to become a stylist, you see. A pet stylist, that is. Yes, so I've been studying hard, and practicing every moment I can.
All I can imagine is the phrase Milesy Boy being said with the same voice as Maximilian Pegasus saying Kaiba Boy.
An unusual field of study befitting an unusual prison, I suppose. And that's it. I certainly didn't see anything.
Interesting. I barely asked him anything at all, and he's already sweating bullets.
So, yes, I'm afraid I won't be able to help you. Sorry.
Hold it!
No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Sawit. Well, this interview has only just begun.
Well, I mean, even if you were to ask me,
You know something, don't you?
That's...
He's definitely hiding something. I'll need to push him a little harder if I'm going to get any answers. The first step is to analyze the situation. Let's take a look at our opponent.
I didn't see anything. I really can't help you, I'm afraid.
Something tells me he'd be a good poker player. It's hard to tell much at all from just his face. And I don't think he'll be giving me much in the way of physical cues, either. I'll have to rely on his words instead. It's the only way I'll know what's going on underneath. I may end up stopping in the middle of this part. Because I looked at how long it is, and it's pretty long. Alright, time to make my first move. Let's see who we're dealing with here. He may be good at hiding his emotions, but everyone has a tell. I find it interesting that they're focusing on people having tells, because I didn't, when I first played this, I didn't really get that. And also, it's a very Phoenix thing to do. Tell me, what's your connection to this incident?
Which incident?
The murder?
Oh, well, it has nothing at all to do with me. Nothing.
Really?
I wouldn't dream of getting involved in anything as ghastly as that. Well, you see, how can I put this? Well, I like to think of myself as an upstanding citizen. A good person, if you will.
The person who's in prison? Forgive me, Mr. Sawit, but under normal circumstances, good people do not tend to end up in prison.
That's...
So you'd do well to tell me what you know about the incident.
How many times do I have to tell you people? I don't know anything, I swear.
You
seem angry, Mr. Side. Surely you've noticed, Mr. Side, that I have you exactly where I want you.
Really? Seems to me you're just wasting my time.
I fucked up. Yeah. Is this Tel stuttering? Person is in prison?
Sorry, I don't know what more to say, but I can't help you.
My apologies, Mr. Side. But considering that the incident occurred right here in the prison, I find it very hard to believe that you know nothing at all.
Oh, well, yes, I suppose I can see how it might seem unlikely, but it's true.
If you're looking for the person who found the body, you'll just have to look elsewhere. Person who found the body, you say? Why do you think I'm looking for the person who found the body? I certainly never mentioned any such thing to you. Is it because you do know something that you're not telling me after all?
No, I just sense that's who you might be looking for, that's all.
I'm simply a pet stylist in training. I don't know anything, truly. There's no doubt about it now. This man is hiding something big. In which case, let's find out what he did yesterday, the day of the incident. My opponent is very good at hiding his true feelings, but not for long. Time to smash that mask of his, and see what lurks behind that phony smile. Tell me about the day of the incident. If you really don't have anything to do with the murder, then you have nothing to hide, right?
Well, the day of the incident? Oh gosh, I mean, so much happened.
What was it like here in the prison yesterday morning?
I really don't remember. I don't have the best memory, I'm afraid.
I don't have a clue as to how to push the conversation I don't have a clue as to how to push the conversation forward. I'll have to try another tack. I want to know what you were doing, Mr. Sawit. In detail.
I told you, I'm a pet stylist in training. And that's what I was doing yesterday. Training. Specifically, I was giving the animals a trim.
You didn't notice any commotion at the time of the incident. I would imagine things were suddenly quite tumultuous around there.
Well, a commotion, you say? No, not really. Maybe I heard someone, but...
Are they screaming? You heard someone. Was this someone screaming, by any chance? And don't try to tell me you don't remember. You continue to assert that you know nothing about the incident, Mr. Side, but I'm afraid I don't believe a word of it.
Oh. No, I thought I heard someone yelling, but... I don't really remember.
The fact that I heard a scream at the time of the murder may well prove to be a useful clue. I would do well to bear it in mind. Think about the day of the incident. How were things in the prison? I don't remember. Time to deploy my clue. You said you heard a scream. You don't remember. Please. You literally... Please. You literally just confirmed that you heard a scream. The LA. Let me... You don't remember? Please. You literally just confirmed that you heard a scream.
Oh, but I might have been mistaken.
The truth is, I really don't remember. Your memory fails you yet again. How convenient. But I know you're lying, Mr. Sawit.
How dare you talk to me like... I mean, I'm not lying.
Temper. No, I'm kidding. Bide my time. He gets mad when he's lying.
Look, if you must know... When I'm working with the animals and I get into the zone, they're all I see.
Am I to understand you have something of a talent for animal grooming, then?
Well,
These are words that I have to say on the internet.
my scissor technique could use a little work, but I'd say I'm quite good with the animals. They seem to like me. I'm especially good at calming them down when they get scared.
Scared? And when exactly do they get scared? Surely it doesn't happen very often.
Well, No, thankfully it doesn't.
Scream would certainly frighten them. A loud scream would certainly frighten the animals, wouldn't it? Why are you going to such lengths to deny having heard the scream? What is it that you're hiding, Mr. Sod? Tell me.
I can assure you, I'm not hiding anything. I'll admit, I did really hear somebody scream. But I'm not hiding anything, I promise.
The mask is finally beginning to crack. Now to shatter it completely by asking about the scream itself in more detail. I'm afraid you're about to learn a painful lesson, Mr. Sod. That hiding things from me never ends well for my opponent. When did you hear this scream?
Oh! Wait, now I remember. I forgot about the show. They put on a show for us prisoners around the time of the incident, you see. Yes, performing animals if I remember rightly. That's where I was in the morning.
So now you wish to claim that you didn't hear a scream because you were at the show. You do realize that goes completely against everything you've told me so far?
And what are you gonna do about it, huh? That is, my memory is patchy, as they say.
Someone seems to be hopping mad.
The animal show really had to be seen to be believed.
It did it? Tell me, what kind of animals did you see?
Let me think. Whale?
You weren't actually at the show, were you? Enough of your lies. You were nowhere near the show, were you?
Well, I seem to remember being there, but maybe I was, maybe I wasn't.
It's clear Mr. Sawit wasn't at the show. This feels like a vital clue. Who did you hear screaming?
Wait, I just realized I made a mistake. When the incident happened, I was out in the yard, yes. So, I didn't hear anyone screaming. No one at all.
Time to deploy my clue. You weren't at the show. How long are you planning to keep up these lies? I already know that you weren't at the show. The game's up, Mr. Sawit. It's high time you told me the truth. I demand to know about this scream. Now.
I can't tell you what I don't know.
I didn't hear any scream. Not from the person who found the body. Wait, it wasn't the victim who screamed? How curious. Most people would assume the scream had come from the victim. So then, why do you think it came from the person who found the body?
I made a mistake, that's all.
How, Mr. Sawit? How did you know that it was the person who found the body who screamed? Oh god. Because you're the one who found the body? Shall I tell you? You knew because it was you who found the body. And the scream that was heard with the and the scream that was heard when the incident occurred didn't come from the victim. It came from you. How did you? Oh. It's true, I admit it. But what gives you the right to treat people like this? Checkmate. Now that we've established that you were the one who found the body, Mr. Sawit, I believe you have lost any standing you might have had to withhold your cooperation.
All right.
You win. But I'm sure I won't have anything useful to tell you. It probably isn't even worth your time. That's not for you to decide. By my hand, the truth will be revealed. Every decision I make is to ensure that end.
Except that's not exactly what we're here to do, is it?
What do you mean?
We're not trying to expose the truth, we're trying to save Simeon. That's what we do now, remember? We work to get our client out of trouble. Not as a prosecutor, but as a defense attorney's assistant.
What the K-Meister said. You need to listen to the kid more, you know? Client has requested the services of Edgeworth & Co. And as your old man always said, your relationship with your clients comes before anything else. So if you think Mr. Saint's well-being is taking a back seat to some quest for the truth, well, let's just say I don't like to fire people, so I need you to fight against your instincts a little harder, yeah? This will take some getting used to. In any case, the importance of this man's testimony remains unchanged. Therefore, Mr. Sawit, I am asking once more. What happened when you found the body?
I was in that workshop there by myself, practicing what I'd learned. I don't remember how, but I found myself in front of the door to the other workshop. I happened to peek in through the little window. And then I saw him lying there. A man, not moving. Dead.
I quailed in fright and found myself screaming in sheer terror. Let me get this straight. I'm not. The room you were in is next to the one where the corpse was found.
Yes, that's right. I was in Workshop B.
And you were there the whole day?
Yes, from the 7 a.m. roll call onwards. There are 3 roll calls a day, you see. 7 a.m., noon, and 9 p.m.
And they check who's in the workshops during roll call, correct?
That's right.
Nothing was reported to be amiss at 7 a.m. Which means that Knight's body wasn't in the workshop yet at that point in time. Prison roll call. Yes, that means the murder took place after 7 a.m.
Which puts it right around the time the show was happening.
Ah yes, the show. I remember the other prisoners going to see it. And therefore, anybody who wasn't at the show has no alibi. Would that be a fair assessment, Mr. Sawit?
I guess so, but...
I only found the body, I swear. There's a clear contradiction in Mr. Sawit's testimony. Rooting it out should be my first priority.
Okay, I think I'm going to do the Sawit rebuttal, and then I am going to stop.
Because this portion of the game is long, and also, my poor stream today has been going through every technical difficulty. I swear to God. The chat delay is really doing it for me, folks. God. Anyway, finding the corpse.
I was in that workshop there by myself, practicing what I'd learned. I don't remember how, but I already read this. I found myself in the door.
You don't remember how?
Hold it!
You found yourself there? Really?
That's right. And then I found myself peeking through the little window in the door.
Why did you think to do that?
Gosh, I don't know. I just found myself doing it, really.
You clearly weren't concentrating on your work then.
No, that's not true. I'm a bottle prisoner. It's just all the other prisoners had gone to watch the show. I guess I was, well, kind of lonely. Like being stuck at school after everybody else has gone home, huh? Yes, exactly like that. Anyway, I found myself in front of the door to the other workshop and...
Hold it!
Does that mean you didn't get a good look inside?
No, I couldn't. The window was not only small, but it had bars over it, you see. Not exactly a panoramic view. They're just so the guards can check what's going on, right?
That's right, yes. You're a very knowledgeable young lady. I just patched in the word girl because I couldn't see the dialogue yet.
You bet. I guess you could say I know a little something about prisons now, too.
I'll have to remind myself to address this newfound interest later. Anyway, yes. I peeked in through the little window in the workshop door.
Hold it!
Could you tell right away if it was a man or a woman?
It was clearly a man. His physique, his clothes. It was also very clear that he was dead.
You could tell just by peeking through the little window.
Look, let's just say, this wasn't my first dead body. What? You mean, you're in prison for...
To my eternal shame, yes. This was, however, the first time I had seen another person's handiwork up close, so...
Hold it!
Do you recall exactly how you screamed? Any words you might have used? No, I only remember that I screamed. Folks don't tend to remember much when they're busy crying out in terror, Miles.
Exactly.
So yes, I screamed. That's all I remember. He presents himself as an innocent bystander. Nothing could be further from the truth. Given what he is, things couldn't have happened as he claims. The contradiction in his testimony is as clear as day. I just need to present the evidence that proves it. Is it as clear as day?
Hold it!
Is it? What exactly were you practicing?
How to be a pet stylist, of course. I'm a model prisoner, after all.
So he keeps saying.
Which statement is it?
Hold it!
Oh, no, wait, wrong button. Go back.
What I've learned. 7 a.m., noon, and 9 p.m. Is it this?
Objection!
No, it is not. Whoops. Is that an attempt at a bluff, Miles Areno? Because he called it pretty good. Still, don't let it mess with your mojo. There's always next time. Yes. Comforted like a child by Fender. How mortifying. Okay. I don't remember how, but I found myself to... Body's covered in dirt. There's also a small cut on his scalp from where he sucked the blood to the head. Is it the tarp?
Objection!
It is not the tarp. Good God. Oh, I see. Hold up. Go back. In front of the door to the other workshop. There we go.
Objection!
I was processing that statement wrong. Enough of these pathetic lies, Mr. Sawit. I'm afraid you've rather lost sight of what you are. What I am? I know precisely what I am. I'm a former newspaper salesman who's training to be a pet stylist.
Hold it!
But that's not all you are, is it? Or did you forget the bracelet you wear around your wrist? A bracelet that marks you as a prisoner, and therefore unable to move around as you please. As we both know, stepping outside that door would have sounded an alarm. Well, that's... But there's no way you could have looked into the other workshop without leaving the room you were in. I was processing... Okay. I was like... The way he talked about it sounded like there was a window in the workshop, and so my brain was like, I don't think there is a window in the workshop, and I didn't realize he was saying, I left the room to walk around to the other door. Whoops. Anyway. Ooh-wee. Stylishly done, Edgeru.
But doesn't that mean Mr. Sawit couldn't have found the body then?
Good question, Kay. Perhaps Mr. Sawit himself can explain. So actually, I may have forgotten to mention one very important detail. Sorry about that. I can explain exactly how I was able to see the body, if you like. By all means, go ahead. Are you now going to say that there is, in fact, a window in between the two? There's a little trick we prisoners know about, you see. As long as you leave your bracelet inside the door, you can lean out without triggering the alarm. That's how I was able to peek through the window and into the workshop next door. Inside, I spotted the victim's dead body, which made me scream in fright. So he's saying... He was able to take a look next door because he had kept his arm inside Workshop B as he leaned out. Please don't tell anyone about our little trick, especially not the guards. Please. Is this it? Is this all he was hiding? I better dig a little deeper into his testimony, just in case. Okay. First of all, bullshit. Like, no you can't. Prisoners are not moving out freely. They open doors if an animal is detected, but raise an alarm if they... That does not help. Like, literally, you can visually see that they're too far away, is my thing. Like...
Hold it!
I suppose this allows you to enjoy a little taste of freedom. It does. To be honest, it's one of the few things that brings me any joy anymore. A rather surprising source of joy. But rule breaking isn't exactly a demonstration of remorsefulness, is it? Oh, but I am remorseful. I always am. I'm a model prisoner, after all. I'm beginning to suspect that he doesn't know what a model prisoner actually is. So you used this trick to peek through the window. That's right, yes. I made sure the guard wasn't looking and leaned out into the corridor.
Hold it!
Why did you make so much of an effort just to take a look? Well, you see, I heard noises coming from next door. And that room was supposed to be empty, so I just thought it was strange. And you went to look as soon as you heard these noises? Yes, of course. I had to see what was going on, so I went right away. I see. Are there any problems with what Mr. Sawit just said? Yeah, there's a problem. You claim that you looked into the next room as soon as you heard some noise. If that's the case, you must have seen more than just a dead body. Because the person who made the noises should have been in there too. You
got him quaking in his boots, Mr. Edgeworth.
Mr. Sawit, tell us the truth about what you saw. You do, of course, have the right to remain silent. But it will do little to dispel the notion that you were somehow involved in this crime. I'm sorry. I did see something else, but it's too insane to believe. I really thought I might have dreamt it. That's why I wasn't sure if I should mention it. Just tell us what you saw.
All right. It was that dog. And what I saw is the stuff of nightmares. That huge black dog. It sunk his terrible teeth into the victim's throat.
This too is the Great Ace Attorney. What did you just say?
It was hellish. Utterly hellish. That beast. That awful beast. He killed him. Suddenly I don't feel so good.
Jeepers creepers, that's awful. Talk about traumatizing.
It was dreadful. Horrible.
Now you know why I couldn't help but scream. There's a man-eating dog in the prison's animal population, is there?
Black dog.
And that really is everything, I promise. You believe me, don't you? For now. This one seems too far-fetched a lie. Even for you. I'd like you to append what you just told us to your testimony, if you don't mind.
Very well.
Well, that black dog isn't enough clamped tight. That doesn't fit with the... No, don't press it! You're sure this black dog was biting the victim's throat?
Yes! There was blood everywhere.
The beast's mouth was dripping with it, and... Whoa, 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 whoa. Spare us the gory details, will you? What about the victim? Was he...
Don't say it! Don't say it! Do you really need to ask him that, Mr. Edgeworth?
Ow, Kay, what was that punch for? I'm on your side here. He wasn't moving at all. He was just lying there. Meaning he was already dead. There was so much blood just oozing from his neck. Oh, he was dead as a doornail, I'm sure of that. Not even the twitch of a finger, just lifeless. Ugh, enough already. Why do you have to go into every little detail like that?
To give you a nice and accurate testimony. That is what you want, isn't it? Shall I add what I've already said to my testimony, Mr. Edgeworth?
Please do. It was awful, I tell you. Terrible. He was dead as a doornail, I'm sure of that.
Objection!
Oh, that's not it. Well. Blah, blah, blah. Is it the glove? I feel like it may be the glove. I think it's the glove. Oh!
I remember seeing his ring gleaming as it caught in the light. It featured a snowflake motif in relief.
No, you did not. Because it was covered with a tarp at the time.
Objection!
What? Why was that? What? Hold on, I'm checking the guide. My dog. Oh, okay, I used the wrong evidence, but I was right. Yay. Go through the dialogue, go through the dialogue. No, I got it wrong. Okay. Ah, no, go back! The knight was bitten in the throat by a dog that lives here in the prison. Not the most plausible of explanations, I have to say. Well, they do say that pets take after their owners.
There are some things they shouldn't take after. Not if they're supposed to help reform their owners. Otherwise, what's the point of having an animal therapy program?
I should probably the dog. Okay, go back to the snowflake thing. Snowflake motif. Present the body.
Objection!
A ring with a snowflake relief.
Yes, I saw it clear as day. It was carved in such fine detail.
Interesting. Your testimony is certainly very accurate. In fact, I'd say it's just a little too accurate.
And? What's wrong with being too accurate?
I mean this. You testified to having seen a ring with a snowflake design on it. This too is the Great Ace Attorney. And while the victim did indeed have a ring on his finger.
See? Exactly as I said.
There is no way you could have seen it. Take a look at this photograph. Look at this photograph. As you can see, the victim's right hand was covered by a tarp. It would have been impossible for you to see his ring, let alone what design was on it. Unless, that is, you approached the body and removed the sheet. You told us earlier you only took a look through the window in the store. Yet you seem to have seen quite a lot from such a disadvantaged location, Mr. Side.
Who the heck do you think you are, huh? Mr. Big Shot acting like you know it all. I mean, I saw what I saw, I swear. Oh, I know. The man's arm. It must have moved under that tarp after I peeked in.
Objection!
But he was dead.
Nonsense. You already told us that can't have been the case.
He wasn't moving at all, he was just lying there.
He was already dead. You said it yourself that the victim was already dead. And dead men don't move, do they? Ooh-wee, is that is that the stench of ode to desperation I smell? What are you hiding, Mr. Side? Tell us.
No, You're wrong. I know what I saw.
Oh, he's bald.
Couldn't let it go, could you? You had to keep poking and prodding. You slimy, two-bit associate attorney!
It seems the real Mr. Side has finally revealed himself. And he's bald. Whoa, that's quite the rug he was rocking. Came straight at you like some kind of flying black cat.
Look, I'm just a sweet, innocent witness here.
But are you really? Because I must say I have doubts. Very serious doubts.
What's that supposed to mean?
You saw something that should have been impossible to see from outside the workshop. So, how did you do it? It's simple. Mr. Sod, this is where you were standing when you saw the body. You must have been in the workshop.
Take that!
You were in the same room as the body. That's the only way you could have seen the relief on the ring.
Say what you want, but you don't have a shred of evidence, do you?
Nothing to prove I was in the room with the body anyway. You can't prove it, can you? Because I was in the next room over, minding my own business and looking after the animals. Why else would I have signed out a pair of rubber gloves? For fun? Now put up or shut up. I want to see evidence that proves that I was in the room with the body. You shouldn't have said the gloves, dude.
Take that!
Remind me, Mr. Side. What were you doing when you discovered the body?
How many times do I was practicing my pet styling techniques.
Of course. Then perhaps this rubber glove might mean something to you.
That's...
This glove was found by the victim's body. I believe it was dropped by the killer. And I can't help but notice that you have a similar glove tucked into your apron.
No, this one's different.
Hold it!
Yes, that one does seem awfully lonely, doesn't it?
It's just a rubber glove. There are hundreds of them, all over the prison. This doesn't prove anything.
Objection!
Not yet, perhaps. But if I were to ask the police to check this glove for prints, I have a feeling that the results would be rather fascinating. It's over.
Objection!
What the... That was a pretty rad objection, am I right? Please, Fender, now is not the time for tomfoolery. But I have a legit objection, because this isn't over. There's something that still doesn't make sense. Our man here's a prisoner, right? And he's got one of those bracelet doohickeys on.
It's true. So how could he have left his workshop in the first place? His bracelet would have triggered the alarm if he tried.
Right. We don't have a good explanation for that yet. Well, anything you'd like to share, good buddy? We're all friends here. That's weird. You should be clinging on... Typo. You should be clinging onto that bracelet like the big round lifesaver it is.
In what way?
As in, it's the best hope our wig-flinging friend here has for getting off the hook for murder. Sorry, can't get into the crime scene with the bracelet on. If it was me, I'd be arguing that for my life. And yet he hasn't said a peep about it. Wonder why that might be, Sound of silence. I suppose Miss Law Priestess did preach that silence is golden yesterday, too.
Whoa, you sounded like an actual attorney for a second there, Mr. Fender.
The worst of times are when lawyers calmly show our biggest smiles. Oh, man. Gregory taught me that. It's part of the attorney's code he lived by. Oh my god. We're normal. Oh, that's great. Oh my god, I don't remember if that was ever in the fan localization. But the idea that, like, Godot and Gregory would have known each other. Like, Diego Armando and Gregory probably would have known each other. I mean, yeah. Like, Grossberg knew them both, right? Diego worked for Grossberg, and I'm pretty sure Grossberg knew Gregory Edgeworth personally. Wow. God. I'm normal. So, friend, what's the dealio? Why so coy about your bracelet?
Well, to tell the truth, it's broken.
Broken.
I fell over a little while back, you see, and hit it on the floor. After that, it didn't seem to set the sensors off anymore. I should have told the guards about it, I know, but, well, it was awfully convenient.
I see. So your bracelet is broken. But do they really break that easily? If so, then this prison has a serious security problem. You there. Could we have a moment?
Aw, aren't you just the cutest?
Meow. How can I help you, sir? I love just saying meow in the most serious voice. This prisoner's bracelet appears to be broken. What? Really? That's not good. I'll get someone to find a replacement right away. Thank you. We'll keep hold of the broken one for the time being. Of course, sir. I trust you'll take good care of it. Sweet. Bracelet sorted. Now, to turn in our murderer, yeah? What? No, I didn't kill anybody. Whoa there, Palio. You were the one who said your bracelet was out of commission. Or were there other inmates freely roaming the halls while everybody was busy watching the show? No, I just found the body, that's all, I promise. And when I did, that enormous dog still had his mouth wrapped around the poor man's neck. I only went into the workshop after the beast had left. And why did you go in? Well, fine, I wanted to go through his pockets, okay? He was going to rob the corpse. That explains why he remembers Knight's ring in so much detail.
Hey, why are you looking at me like that? I'm a great thief. I'd never stoop so low as to steal from it.
Well, I didn't steal anything either. Show ended just after I'd entered the room, and all the other inmates came trickling downstairs thereafter. I panicked, rushed back to the other workshop, and started my fake screaming. And dropped the glove in your haste, huh? I guess this all just about hangs together. Anything smell funky to you, Miles? Other than whether Mr. Sod is the one who did it, I'd say one very significant question still remains. The question of how Knight made it into the prison proper from his holding cell in the detention center. Ooh, yeah, that one's a doozy. I also can't help but wonder about another key feature of Mr. Sod's testimony. Dog. A dog's involvement can only mean one thing. Mr. Sod. Yes? What is it? Were you the only prisoner who didn't go to watch the show?
Well, no, there was one other who didn't. Am I right in thinking that this person couldn't have watched the show even if he'd wanted to? Yes, how did you... I knew it. I had my suspicions when we first ran into that black dog yesterday, but this confirms it. For a criminal that dangerous to end up in a place like this is unbelievable, but... Where is this person's cell? You're going to see... him?
Who are we talking about here?
Him! He's not like the other prisoners, you know. He's special. It's treated like royalty. This too is the Great Ace Attorney. But you didn't hear that from me. All I'll say is, if you value your life, you'll stay well away from him.
What? Will you please stop trying to scare us all the time?
Big cheese, huh? Well, I, for one, definitely value my life, so that sucks. They keep him in maximum security. Which is over there. Oh, animals are so cute. Maximum security. Well, that's certainly one way of treating someone differently.
Alright, quit being so mysterious and tell us who he is already.
Let's just say he's highly skilled when it comes to people's lives. Better than anyone, in fact. And, that's all I'm prepared to say on the subject. In fact, I may have already said too much. Well, Milesy, anything you care to share? Or are you gonna leave Kay and I in the dark here, too? The mystery man in maximum security is an old acquaintance. Let's go pay him a visit. I suspect we'll find our dark canine friend there, too.
Okay, I may have lied. I may really want to go see this guy.
How long have I been streaming?
Okay, I want to go see this guy. When we see this guy, and then we'll be done.
Yay, yay, yippee, yay. Oh, it's pitch black in there. I can't see a thing.
But didn't you say that the Yatagarasu takes flight, even in the dead of night or something?
Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares to take flight. One alone soars to shine the light of righteousness on the world's blight. And that one is me, for I am the great thief Yatagarasu.
Whoa, you are one powerful performer.
Thanks, but that doesn't help me see in the dark. I'm a human, not a three-legged raven.
Yeah.
Yay, 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 yay.
I'm so excited.
Ooh.
Oh, hey, dude.
Ah, Mr. Edgeworth. That voice. I knew it. It has been far too long. You remember me?
He almost does the Drebber laugh.
I could hardly forget now, could I? After all, you are the one who put me away.
Mr. Edgeworth, are you talking to that dog?
Or is there someone else in there? Still can't see a dang thing. Oh, but I am forgetting myself. Forgive me. I do not often receive visitors. One moment. I will turn on the lights.
Work. Hey, dude.
You are a heavy-footed lot. Am I right in thinking there are 3 of you in all? Very well. Perhaps we should start by introducing ourselves. I am Bodhidharma Canis. As you may have gathered, Mr. Edgeworth and I are old acquaintances. Canis was a notorious assassin. Some knew him as the Blind Butcher. Damn, that fox. His only weapons were a vicious hunting hound and a fearsomely sharp knife. His appearance was always announced by the sound of bells. The last sound his victims would ever hear. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, am I to guess why you have come to see me? You know why I'm here. In fact, I'm willing to bet you know every detail of this sordid little affair already. Then I suppose we have nothing to hide from one another.
Work. Is suspicion of murder.
Your faithful canine friend is currently the chief suspect in a murder investigation. The person who found the body saw a dog with its mouth around the victim's throat. Your witness is mistaken. Helmet is a gentle soul. He is, in my eyes, nothing more.
Helmet. Interesting. I will have to look up the etymology of that name.
It is absurd to think that he would do such a thing, isn't it, boy? Yes, it is. You're a good boy, aren't you? Helmet is more than a mere seeing eye dog. And he's certainly no good boy. He's also a trained killer. A weapon once used in this man's sordid trade. This witness of yours. He is trustworthy, I assume. Saw it as anything but trustworthy. And he's still very much a suspect himself. I can hardly claim that his testimony is beyond reproach. A no, then. I thought as much. Yes, I did, Helmet. Helmet, yes. It figures that he already knew who our witness is.
Can I present my attorney's badge to you?
Very well. You wish to water the flowers of the earth with the blood of your veins. What a noble request. I will gladly see to its fulfillment. I'll thank you not to ascribe such a morbid meaning to the proof of my profession.
That's fun.
What's your alibi, dude?
What were you doing between 8 and 10 a.m. yesterday morning, Mr. Canis? During the show, you mean? I was here, ensconced in these humble surroundings. I have developed a passion for wood carving, you see. An obsession, even. I was engrossed in it all morning. And you have permission to engage in such a hobby. I can't believe someone would actually let you. Stu is the greatest attorney. The warden and I have an understanding. An understanding? That's ridiculous. This man shouldn't be allowed 1, let alone 5 chisels.
Oh, the name Helmet means protection or fighting spirit.
They're nothing but lethal weapons in his hands. I was carving Buddhist pieces at first, but by the 674th, my interest had begun to wane.
Whoa, they must have taken forever.
Time is all I have, child. And in any case, my focus has now shifted to pieces, such as these.
Well, they're very pretty. Oh, the Cerberus piece? That's so good.
I didn't know you played chess. You play too, do you not, Prosecutor? Perhaps one day you might indulge me. Though you may find my game rather rudimentary. I only began after my arrival here, I'm afraid. What's that piece? A dog with 3 heads. Ah, yes. The dogs of war. You must forgive my little joke. Chess is, after all, a game of war. Soldiers, knights, castles.
I realize his number looks like it says boss.
All doing their utmost to protect the king. All loyal to the last. I have always thought it strange that such a game has no place for a dog. After all, what more loyal weapon could an army call upon? Still, it's simply a piece I made for fun. Fear not, I play by the regular rules, and with regular pieces.
I can't imagine it's easy finding opponents to play here in prison, though.
Oh, I have my correspondence.
Correspondence chess, then? Sharing moves by post?
Yes. Even prisoners are allowed to send and receive letters. Their contents are inspected, of course. Although I have yet to receive the details of my current opponent's next move.
Dog chess piece.
Sounds like this current opponent isn't a resident here.
And the victim.
I suppose you know the identity of the deceased, Mr. Canis. His name was Bronco Knight, was it not? Poor, unfortunate soul. You keep your ear to the ground. My ears are all I have, Mr. Edgeworth. Why am I not surprised that he's plugged into the prison's information network? But perhaps he was not so unfortunate after all. What do you mean? Mr. Knight's crime was a grave one. A crime for which he would have been made to pay dearly anyway. The attempted assassination of a president. That is no small matter. Attempted assassination.
Wait, Mr. Edgeworth, didn't Mr. Knight...
Yes, we proved that he murdered his team leader, and that there was no attempt on the president's life. Could it be? Are they attempting to cover up President Wang's fake assassination scheme?
Whoa there, cowboy. You're saying the Bronxter didn't actually have a pop at the Prez? He was hired to defend him on the charge of attempted murder.
You mean you don't know what really happened? So what? They just blamed the whole assassination thing on Mr. Knight?
It would explain why the committee was so keen to get involved.
Of course. They took you off the case to try and keep you away.
It's... Yes! Yeah! They did the exact joke I was hoping for. Yay. And swapped in that wiener kid to push through an attempted murder charge.
In other words, they're trying to cover up the truth.
So they really were trying to frame him. According to the guards, this night, was it? They tell me he was violently insistent that he had attempted no assassination, which would have come out anyway when the case went to trial. I am no expert in legal matters, but allow me to say this one thing. I know for a certainty that he would not have been the first inmate imprisoned on false pretenses. An uncomfortable fact, but a fact nonetheless. Yes, Helmut, yes it is, yes. A courtroom is not always the bastion of truth you believe it to be, Mr. Edgeworth. No bastion of truth, huh? I've heard something to that effect before. Yes, from a certain Interpol agent who doesn't have very much faith in prosecutors.
Long mentioned!
Yay, I get to talk!
I get to talk as Long. I missed him.
You're not twisting the truth behind those closed courtroom doors too, are you? Fueled by that kind of thinking, is it any wonder that courts produce nothing but falsities and lies? Sorry, but the truth doesn't need the likes of you to distort it today.
I miss him.
I was never able to fully dispel his mistrust of prosecutors. Even Helmut understands. Don't you, Helmut? Yes, you do. The truth revealed in court and your deduction. It is dangerous to trust either implicitly. But I am not bitter. You are not the first to make me a subject of unfounded suspicions in recent days. In fact, I was visited by another prosecutor only yesterday. He was accompanied by a judge. They even dragged the warden along. Her distaste for me lingering unspoken in the air.
Not those two again.
Prosecutor Winner and Judge Gavel. They went over my cell with a fine-tooth comb, but they left empty-handed. They were looking for the murder weapon, I believe, to no avail. But I mustn't take it personally. Rumor has it that they searched every cell in the prison, and still failed to find what they were looking for. I pray they weren't too disappointed.
Well, that posed more questions than it answered. What do we do now?
Zod's testimony is flimsy at best. I'll need more proper evidence if I want to take Canis on. Well, I think that's quite enough chit-chat for one day. Helmet will show you out. Good boy, Helmet. Go on.
Work. He's not showing us out permanently, right?
Let's get out of here. Come on.
Work, work.
Until next time, Mr. Canis. It does pain me that our brief time must end, just as we were becoming reacquainted. I await your return, Mr. Edgeworth.
Okay, bye, dog.
Yay. Okay.
Hey. Now to gather the evidence I need to bolster my...
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth.
That's the best hiding spot she could find? To bolster my case. It's alright, Kay. You can come down now. Oh. Where's Fender?
He ran off somewhere. I had no idea he could move that fast.
Fender, Fender, Fender.
So, what do we do now?
You and I will continue the investigation, and I know just where to start. By solving that one particular mystery that's been dogging us this whole time. Dogging us. Knight's body was found in one of the prison workshops, but he was presumably being detained in one of the detention center's holding cells. So how did he wind up on the other side of those heavy security doors? Let's start by investigating the holding cells.
And Mr. Knight's room, right? But, what about Mr. Fender?
I'm sure he'll find us when he's ready.
Sure, but he kind of is our boss, isn't he? Oh well.
Okay. I'm going to call it there. We saw dog. We saw guy. That's all I wanted. Ugh. The victim cell is just over there. I'm going to save. The blind butcher. Excellent. Alright. Yippee! Ugh. Alright. That is all for today for Ace Attorney Investigations. I will be back tomorrow with more Tyrion Cuthbert, Attorney of the Arcane, at 7 p.m. Central. I would normally do all my links and stuff, but unfortunately, I shot Nightbot dead in the middle of this investigation, so we cannot do that. Oh, excellent. Kate is still alive. We're going to raid Kate. We're going to raid Kate, who is currently in the middle of finishing Dual Destinies, I think. Yeah. All right, hold on. Let me get to that. Where is my stream thingy? Hold on. Okay, we're going to raid Kate. Raid. Make sure I'm spelling their thing correctly. 100 Catherine. Yeah, let's go raid Kate's channel. Okay, I will see you guys again tomorrow for Tyrion Cuthbert. Hopefully with significantly less, what's it called? Technical difficulties. Let's fucking go! Woo! Yippee!